believing. I was trying to survive in the jungle. Lord knows I was sick of playing defense. Now I'm striving for better, striving for better, striving for better, striving for better. Let me tell you where I'm from. I was in the slums, bad role models, I was looking up the thugs. Getting so extended, I thought that it was fun. At 12 years old, got introduced to the drugs. They told me light it up, boy, put it in your lungs. Wanna be the man, get your hands on the gun. Cops come run. On the route that I was on, I wouldn't have made it to C21. 2021, and I'm 20 years old. Came a long way, got a long way to go. I done moved on, tryna turn the period goal. Same time, reaching back to the hood to save souls. This the new me, this the true me. This my purpose, I ain't taking it loosely. I put a bullet in that old man, understand? You don't know me, you know me. You remember being broke, I was sleeping on the floor, no hope. Back then, I ain't know what to believe in. I was tryna survive in the jungle. Lord knows I was sick of playing defense. Now I'm striving for better, striving for better, striving for better, striving for better. I remember being broke, I was sleeping on the floor, no hope. Back then, I ain't know what to believe in. I was trying to survive in the jungle. Lord knows I was sick of playing defense. Now I'm striving for better, striving for better, striving for better, striving for better. Just look at me now, honestly proud. I've been going hard in this war for a while. Family be asking why I don't come around. Truth be to the till, got my hand up to the plow. This is God's plan, I done figured it out. Tryna be a man, tired of playing around. Can't quit now, cause I don't wanna end up there walking around with my head in the cloud. Gotta stay focused, gotta stay in control, cause I know the devil trying, it got me feeling like Joe. I done lost sisters and I done lost bros. Look around me, I got them back 100-fold. Pray you never bend, never break, never fold. Pray I never bend, never break, never fold. Gotta hold on, better strive for the truth till the chariots take us home. I remember being broke, I was sleeping on the floor, no hope. Back then, I ain't know what to believe in. I was trying to survive in the jungle. Lord knows I was sick of playing defense. Now I'm striving for better, striving for better, striving for better, striving for better. I remember being broke, I was sleeping on the floor, no hope. Back then, I ain't know what to believe in. I was trying to survive in the jungle. Lord knows I was sick of playing defense. Now I'm striving for better, striving for better, striving for better, striving for better, striving for better.
Pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Apply the pressure, apply the pressure. Pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Pressure make them,
Pressure draw that line in the sand. Pressure turn a boy to a man. Pressure smack them toys out your hands. You did all that you can and gotta do it all again. Facing pressure, we up by the action and I noticed your absence. Is it your ovaries acting? Are you overreacting? Do not fold like a napkin, just tap in if you lacking. Pressure get a diamond cracking, but profits don't collapse. Fear the one that throw the soul and body in Gehenna. The pressure cooker simmer, we watching your nerves trimming. You trying to hold the line and hold your dinner. Stress exposed pretenders, pressure gets so tremendous. But just remember, pressure when you turn the other cheek for another week. Pressure when they call from overseas, try and hurt the sheep. Pressure using precepts to fight the pressure. It's when you outlast your predecessors. Heavy message, it's overtime and overdrive, you know the vibe. The booster feel is oversized, I'm powered by the sun. Solarized pressure mean protecting the team by any means. It's marching 1,000 deep through Cabrini Green. It ain't Peachy Keen, it's bishops, deacons with swords. We can keep it watch. It's you and you on the corners, feet in flocks. It's notifying every nation that had us in them stock. And tell them it's time to hold this L like it's 3 o'clock.
Pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Apply the pressure, apply the pressure. Pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Pressure make them, pressure make them I realize the most highest tactics is pressure active. No need for toiletries, wickedness can't be cleansed in bathrooms. They throwing shots at us like liquor bottles of medical genocide. Really, I am inclined to get close with God. Shoots and ladders, climb the guy, using your head for leverage. What's pressure? 400 years and tears, enslaved on multiple tears is clear. Pressure is nothing we fear. Pressure cause innovation. Pressure bring reputation. Either get honored or name tainted, get trampled and died, Raymond enduring while y'all fainted. The game shifted. You won't control us no more, cause this is a new system. My people is brain dead, but this is a new dementia. A dimension, Babylon politicians. Same game with different players. A haunted house, it get crafty at different layers. I'm saying, photo out, but we opted you out. Brothers leave, man, it take nothing to drop you out. Pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Apply the pressure, apply the pressure. Pressure make them fall like a crumbling wall. Pressure make them fall like they lost it all. Pressure to these guys, pressure to them all. Pressure make them, pressure make them
so poor, we supposed to be kings. No matter where we go, we gotta let our light shine. It only gets better. All men say I'm wild man like I'm Tarzan. Now I stand in line with signs that say that I'm man. Goddamn, must have forgot, don't know who I am. Time and time again, that's why I'm watchman. I'm hit all over the world, just like I'm Carmen. Scattered to the four corners, but it's not boxed in. The earth, get it, but it's not boxed in. Let it sink in. Born to be king, but I'm hit in the bean, cause the Romans back at it. Bada boom, bada bing. Only way out that thing is to learn how to sing or shoot a jump shot. So I won't shoot, get jumped that shot. Like 7/6, most high said we on top, but we think we bad boys, so the curses never stop. Take that. I thought I told you that we won't stop till we back on top. Watch. I've been all around the world. I've seen so many things. My people are so poor. We supposed to be kings. No matter where we go, we gotta let our light shine.
We out here shining, baby.
Yeah, this one is so wicked, it got my mind on. But we been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. Since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn. Yeah, this one is so wicked, it got my mind on. But we been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. Since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn.
Right in that fire and made it out.
Sir. Hey! Wait, what you make all that? Hey, all praises, we back with more Let's Talk Truth. Shalom, family, Most High Christ bless. I'm Officer Baruch.
Officer Ezra.
Officer Jonah, Mr. Funny. Hey, all praises to the Most High. Hopefully you got to see the title. Today we're going back at it. We're going back into it with Famine is Coming Part 2. Are black people ready? Are they ready?
They not. That's why we got to cover this. They not ready.
So,
that's what the whole thing is all about.
No. That's right. So we got to cover it again. All praise to the Most High. So we're going to go over some stuff we missed from last time. Hopefully we can educate you, get your minds right, get you prepared for the famine that's coming. right? You know, your boy, what is it, the third black president?
Yeah.
Joe Biden said it was gonna happen.
Joe
Hopefully
Biden.
you were taking heed, listening, son.
Sleepy
because
Joe
he was gonna set it up. He was gonna help put it into play.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna go into that again. All praises to the Most High, but we're gonna do the warm up. We got some stuff in this warm up, so we're gonna give y'all a little warm up real quick. Let's pull the first one. Yep, that's what we want right there. All praises. Right here in Little Old.
Hey, you know how people destroy. Whenever they pull it up, just look at the name of this news network.
Right.
Right.
They made it like a tech. You can't. Yeah, just move it on over. For
Yeah,
me.
pull the fourth thing over.
There we
I'll
go.
read the title.
Wait, go out real quick. There you go.
It says Little Rock Hood News. They just had a shootout at the graduation in North Little Rock. Check on your kids. That's from the Little Rock Hood News, y'all.
Man, you know what's
News
crazy
just for the
about
hood
this
niggas.
though?
What's that?
They want us to go and celebrate this thing. This was what, when? The Sabbath? When was this?
This was last Friday.
Last Friday? Okay. Friday night, or
yeah.
during the night, right? So we see this, right? This is basically the Sabbath this fell on, but they want us to go.
My bad. It wasn't
go
Friday.
Ahead.
It was the end of the new moon. So whatever day that was, I think that was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Okay.
This was Tuesday night. Yep.
It's Tuesday. All right, but we're going to jump right into it real quick. We can play the video.
Look, that is funny. Baby, everybody, they done heard they like lit this bitch up. Oh God, these kids is bad.
The hell is this?
Pause it real quick. You know what's crazy about this? I was telling you on Monday. I was like, you know,
Right.
my mama and them, they trying to get me to go to this graduation. I don't know, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever what you thinking, and this is exactly what it was. And then I speak with my mother after this. She like, yeah, we was all crawling on the ground, and I was like, now imagine if I would have brought my family out there and been in the midst of this. That's why Bishop hit on this yesterday too.
Right. We see that. So we see this. It's another video. We don't have it, but basically it was a shootout as well. So they had a shootout, and this is downtown Is it North Little Rock? Downtown
the
North
Simmons
Little
Bank.
Rock, Simmons Bank Arena, and the brothers were shooting and fighting. Obviously, we see that, and then cops everywhere, people running around, and then we even got the sister that's recording it. Already a shootout in the midst of this, and you want to record. Our people are simple, and that's what we see. But I want to get a scripture real quick. Let's go to 1 John chapter. First let's go to Matthew, because this is what people say, right? What is it? Matthew 22 and 30. You know, the two great commandments. Read that for me, because people, the Christians say this. I'm sure the woman that was talking probably a Christian.
Right.
And this is what they say. They say, this the two greatest commandments. And what's the first one?
The book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 36.
Uh-huh.
Master, which is the great commandment in the law?
Uh-huh.
Jesus said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God
Uh-huh.
with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind.
Right, so we're supposed to love God, right? Come on, keep going.
This is the first and great commandment.
This is the first and great commandment. Read.
And the second is like unto it.
Uh-huh. It's
Thou-
like unto this. Come on.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor
You
as
said what?
thyself. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
So we see a lot of wrong in this video. It says you're supposed to love your neighbor as thyself, right?
Right.
So the love, right, is to not be fighting your brother.
Right.
It's to not show that hatred. But our people neglect this. But we love this scripture so much. The Christian church, I teach my kids this. I teach everybody this. Right. But we neglect this. The true understanding and meaning of it, we void it for some reason out of our understanding. And this is what we see in our society today. This is what we see with the young black man who's raised by a young black woman that's probably 30 years old. And your son 15, you out here fighting. Half of them ain't graduated. We know they didn't. They fighting the people that's there.
Right.
I'm sure that's happening. And this is what we see. That we're supposed to show what? Love what?
And the second is like unto it.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You're supposed to love your neighbor as thyself. And we don't see that in our communities today at all.
It's a deep rooted thing. Like, can I get a precept?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You got
Get the other one real quick, then I'm gonna let you go. Go back to 1 John.
Okay.
3:15. This is what we see. This is really what we see, because if it ain't gang related, it's you mess with my girl,
Right.
or I don't like you because my boy don't like you. This is what we see. But what the Bible calls this, when we fighting like this, we in the midst, we shooting at each other, we fighting, and we don't care if the cop there, they can shoot us down in the street anytime they want to and get away with it. We don't give a damn, because I hate the nigga in front of me.
Right.
This is what we see. But read that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 15.
Come on.
Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him.
But the Christians are not, the Christian church is not teaching you this scripture. If you hate your brother, you are a murderer, and you basically not getting in the kingdom of heaven. At the end of the day, you not. So you can say the 2 greatest commandments all you want, but if you not following what it says, then you not getting in the kingdom at all.
So Lil Pookie and Lil Ray Ray, they
Ain't no way.
ain't no
What's old boy from Chicago that passed away?
King Von.
He ain't in the kingdom. It ain't happening. This man have murdered many people, and he just got the justice that was due to him by the Lord.
Right.
And this is what we see every day, and we think this is good. No, it's not. Go ahead, officer. What's your
What was
mind?
I gonna get? John 14 and 9. John 14 and 9.
Bring it out.
Because the hatred that our people have for each other is a deep-rooted thing.
Facts.
You notice the 2 great commandments was love God and love your neighbor, right?
Right.
But if you don't know who your God is, you don't know who your neighbor is.
Exactly.
As long as our people thinking their God is Sibo, a.k.a. Caesar
Caesar
Borgia,
Who
They
got
got-
to go?
exactly, that's who they're going to think their neighbor is. So our people, in their mind, I do this. I love the white God as myself, and I love the white man as myself. But these niggas, I don't have to love them. Get that.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 9. Jesus saith unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that have seen me have seen the Father.
So the interesting thing about this is Jesus Christ, according to Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and 15, a black man, woolly hair. Hey, put that on the screen real quick. The clip. You ain't gotta play it. Just pull it over. Just pull it over. What do those men look like?
Black men with woolly hair.
Woolly hair. Meaning, if Christ said, you seen me, then you seen the Father, what are we supposed to see when we see those men? We see our
Christ.
brothers. We're supposed to see God. We're supposed to see
God,
Christ.
Right.
That's the neighbor we're supposed to love as ourselves. But as long as Christianity continues to destroy us, even while using the scripture you just pulled, these things are going to continue to happen. We're going to continue to kill each other and fight each other, and and then march when they do it to us. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. It's all tossed to. You
Hey,
know what I'm
let me-
saying? It's upside down. Go ahead.
Let me get Matthew 24. We're going to start at 3. Because the thing is, it's kind of going to the topic that we're going to cover in a little bit. Because this is how you know we in the last days. The famine, all that stuff, the rumors of wars. And the thing is, you know what I'm saying, our people, it says, are the black people ready, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't want to jump the gun or nothing, but this is how you know they not. You know what I'm saying? They too busy worrying about getting stuff back in blood. They too busy worrying about going against one another rather than we about to graduate high school. What's next? You know what I'm saying? How do I prepare myself for this life I'm about to embark upon? Instead, I want to get at a brother outside of a graduation. That should be a happy day that you hitting this milestone, or you know what I'm saying? You getting over this hump that most people may not make it over. Give me verse 3 first.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
See, I pulled that verse first to show you that it's talking about the end of the world. That's how we know we in the end times. Now give me verse 6 real quick.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall hear of wars
Uh-huh.
and rumors of wars.
Just like we hearing, right? Read.
See that ye be not troubled.
Uh-huh.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
So jump to verse 12, because this is so he's giving. I just wanted to pull another verse that shows a few things that will be happening in the end time, so you know that's what it's talking about. Verse 12 will talk about how we're going to be, or our people are going to be during that time period, and that's what these children are displaying outside of this graduation. Give me that verse 12.
And because iniquity shall abound.
Because iniquity has abounded. And remember, we in Babylon. Sin is like the most okay thing. The best thing to do is do whatever you want and nobody say anything about it. No accountability. Everybody can do whatever they want, be whatever they want, however they want to be. And so iniquity shall abound. Iniquity is everywhere. Sin. Read.
The love of many shall wax
The
cold.
love of many shall wax cold. There's no love in this action right here. These brothers should be trying to figure out how they finna come together and conquer the world that's out here. We coming out of graduation. Right? That's supposed to be a good thing. That's supposed to be a celebration in a sense. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That we just completed this milestone, this education. How we finna take on the world? How we finna go out and provide for our families? How we finna go out and make something of our lives? But what they doing? They going against one another. There's no love there. It's wax cold. They know, bro, I don't care where it's at. You can get it on any day, at any time, no matter what we doing, bro. You can get it. And they out here shooting and fighting outside of a high school graduation. And listen at the woman. What she say? These kids bad out here. Yep. She part of the damn problem.
I guarantee none of these young men had a father in the house. None of these young men learned anything about the positive going forward before graduation. They just getting ready for the party, after party, and all this.
Exactly.
They seen some ops, and it was time to do what they've been planning to do all year.
Some of them probably didn't even graduate. That's why they behind was outside.
Exactly.
getting it in like that because they didn't even graduate.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. We see that in our community a lot. And it's a positive thing because it's a low percentage for black people to be graduating anyway. Especially if they growing up, drug dealers, this and that, and the gangs, they ready to get out of the school. They got their money from whatever the hell they doing.
Rich. They call it hood rich.
They hood rich, so they don't even want school afterwards.
Right.
So now we seeing the positive thing of them graduating, actually taking that next step to actually succeed in life. And guess what? You see this happen. Right. We see this all the time, though.
Hey, the Migos said in the song, "No, I didn't get a diploma. I'm rich for life." That's what they push to our kids.
Stupid.
Idiots. You got something else on that?
I was going to address that silly woman real quick. Give me a second. That is 5 and 8. Because I want y'all to understand that these women, while we say what we say, because I know you all the time we hear, "Oh, they get on the woman, they this and that." This is what the Bible talks about. That woman, all she had to say was, "These kids bad as hell." I bet she didn't give not a whooping one to none of her badass kids. She probably didn't address none of the people that was out here doing what they doing because these women are a part of the problem. So she do think it's funny. That's why she posted. She's recording. Y'all understand? She's standing behind the camera while children are going at it. Now I know these kids be acting like they grown. Don't get me wrong. But she, she could have had some words for whoever. She probably had a child involved. But it's because there's no fathers in the black community. There's no men to stand up and teach these young men how they're supposed to be. Because all I'm seeing is knucklehead boys running around.
As soon as somebody died in front of her, she'd be like, "Oh my God, my baby! Oh my God, my baby!" Right?
Oh my God!
Go ahead, give me that.
The book of Second Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
There shall be a confusion also in many places.
Just like earlier, the iniquity shall abound. There's confusion in many places. Because when it's sin everywhere, that's a confusing thing. We think up is down, down is up, good is bad, bad is good. Right? You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be at a graduation, which, like I said, is like a celebration. But instead, what is it? It's a damn all-out war.
It's confusion.
It's confusion. That's confusing in even this place. You see what I'm saying? Read.
And the fire shall be off sent out again.
Uh-huh.
And the wild beasts shall change their places.
Read.
And menstruous women.
Just like that unclean woman on that video talking about, "Me bad kids, blah, blah, blah." Read.
Shall bring forth monsters.
She probably brought forth some of the monsters that's in the daggone video fighting right now. Them damn cops running around chasing, trying to get in line. Mm-hmm. And then they want to get mad when one of the damn cops probably take one of their lives out of here. Probably kill one of them little boys, and now they want justice.
That's happened in North Little Rock. And everybody was like, "Justice, justice." It's on video.
That's crazy.
But, hey, that show you, though, this is not something that our people don't know. Because we call ourselves monsters.
Right,
we call ourselves, I'm a demon. I'm on demon time.
Facts.
That's you see a bunch of young kings on demon time.
Damn. Hey, all praises, man. Hey, let's go to the next post that we got. Continue this warm up. Let's get that the CNN report.
CNN. The
yes,
Buffalo.
Yeah. Let's get that. So we're gonna show y'all, man.
No,
Buffalo. Bruh, it's right after that. The post right after that. So YouTube.
Y'all bear with us, you know what I'm saying? IT is a very crucial part of everything. It's the blood, but
Right.
sometimes that blood be leaking.
Yeah, so y'all see, man, our community is jacked up, and it's like he said, a lot of them are ruled by women,
Right.
crazy women, right? We see that. Come on, man, what's going on, IT? No, it's not even that video. It's not that one. No way.
Not yet, IT.
It's the one right before
link?
that. It's
Jumping the gun, IT.
It's right before that.
Not that one yet.
It's a whole nother link right before that. It say pure evil.
Should
It
be
say
a whole
that.
nother link right before that.
On the IT page, you don't see that? Y'all all right? Damn, Ty, you should have been at the camera, man. Don't add it. This with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's let me see. I don't even think that's it, bro. Is that it?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
same
that's
one?
it.
Okay.
10 kills
Let's go.
in
Let's
Buffalo.
play it.
A developing story. Authorities in Buffalo, New York say an 18-year-old
Let's get a
motivated
chef
by
aid, please.
hate killed 10 people and wounded 3 others in a mass shooting he live streamed
Hey, pause
on
it, pause
it,
social
pause
it.
media.
Hey, rewind.
Start it from the beginning. Hey, and as they rewind it, just understand we get it that everybody's been talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's been, addressing the Buffalo shooting. But hey, this is something that we gotta bring out. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And the prophets went out and addressed. You know what I'm saying? So we'll make sure we show that as well, right?
Right.
So
let's read it. It says,
You want me to read that?
yeah.
What am I reading? Oh, pure evil. 10 killed in Buffalo, New York shooting labeled as a hate crime.
Right. Let's play it.
A developing story. Authorities in Buffalo, New York say an 18-year-old motivated by hate killed 10 people and wounded 3 others in a mass shooting he live streamed on social media. It happened at a supermarket today. The suspect has been identified as Peyton Gendron. This is video from his arraignment earlier this evening. Police say he was wearing body armor and military-style clothing when he pulled up to Tops Friendly Market and opened fire, first in the parking lot and then inside of the store. He reportedly had the N-word written or etched on one of his weapons. And police say he posted a manifesto online filled with white supremacist ideology.
This was pure evil. It was straight up racially motivated hate crime from somebody outside of our community, outside of the city of good neighbors.
The store where the shooting took place is in a predominantly black neighborhood. 11 of the victims are black, 2 white. The FBI is investigating this shooting as a hate crime.
Drinking water before.
All right, so we see that this was pure evil.
Right.
Pure evil. They are evil. They are wicked. Right? We see that. But I want to get a scripture first. And this is an issue we have in our communities. We get so comfortable with these Edomites, not knowing that they wicked as hell. All right, let's get that in Sirach real quick. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. We see this in our communities today. And we just fall for it. We so gullible when it comes to white people with blonde hair, blue eyes.
Sebo.
I love you. Passion of Christ. we just think this is our God. This is our Christ. We love him so much. But believe it or not, that same one you love so much would shoot you down in the streets, in your top friendly neighborhood market.
Right, talking about Tops Friendly.
Friendly. Ain't nothing friendly about what he just did. Like the Edomite said, it was pure evil. Let's read that.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible says what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Hold on. They don't know who their enemy is. Hold that. Let's go to Deuteronomy real quick. Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Let me show you who your enemy is.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48.
68. Let's read 68. That'll clear it up.
Verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Egypt means slavery. Into slavery again, read.
With ships.
With ships. That's what happened to you so-called blacks and Hispanics. And Native Americans, we went to slavery on ships. We were shipped from this side of the world over to Spain, to Europe, all the way over there. We were slaves over there. We were shipped from the coast of West Africa to here, to the islands, to be slaves by our enemies. Come on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
We was going to be sold unto who?
Unto your enemies.
We were sold unto our enemies. In slavery, we were sold to who? The white man. Yes. Your neighborhood friendly white man at the tops. Probably was at the register, hiding, saying, no. That happened in the video, right? Yep. When he was live, the white dude was spared. Maybe he popped a couple. He
apologized to him too.
He said, "Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You're my brother.
Right.
I killed him.
Right. Just because you got a few victims, 2 of them to be precise, right? Don't mean nothing. He was targeting you black folks. Your enemy who sold you in slavery was targeting you. That's your enemy, the white man. Come on.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
Read.
And no man shall buy you.
Right. And no man then was able to save us. And this time right now, no man was able to save us from that destruction. That man came with, and this is how you know Negroes can't fight with Edomites, with guns. I think he was like 19, 18, 19. How old was he?
Young.
He was young as heck. And he had a full automatic weapon letting loose on people. And you want to go run guns and tote guns against him.
Hey, remember
you out of your mind.
Remember the shooting in El Paso like a year ago? The guy went down there and targeting all those Mexicans at a Walmart. Mm-hmm. So he felt like, yeah, this is what we do. This is bred in these people and these kids.
Right.
So that's why God said in Isaiah 14. You want me to get that?
Yeah, you're going to get it real quick. But finish that. Go back and finish that Sirach. So now we know who our enemy is, right? And when we see this stuff like this happen, we brung this up before. We've seen this. This is nothing new for you brothers that's on what you call it, Let's Talk to Radio right now listening in on the Real Underground Radio. Right. This is nothing new. We brung out this before of our enemy shooting us down in the street, putting his knee on our neck. This happens. Right. But let's continue, please.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible says never trust your enemy. We just figured it out. It's the white man. Come on.
For like as iron rusted.
Because iron is going to rust. Come on.
So is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness, meaning it's going to come forth. It's going to show. Maybe he was sitting back idle for years, just rocking in his chair. It was cool. He was high there. What's going on? JJ, what's going on? Trayvon, what's going on? And next thing you know, what happens? Boom. Shoot you down. Shoot your uncle. Shoot your auntie. Tremaine. We see this. It happens. This happens. That's your enemy, and his wickedness is going to show forth. Is that it?
Oh, you want 11?
11.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Take good heed. Though he act like he humble, like he innocent, like he good, take heed. Come on.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Right. His wickedness is still there. It's evident. It's still there. Come on.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee.
Don't be chilling with this dude, because when he overthrow you, what?
He stand up in thy place.
He going to stand up in your, and we see this. This is happening. This is real life. Guess what? It happened because now we on the bottom. Now we think we nothing, and they over us. Right. Now they the Jews. Now they this. Now they that.
Right.
Come on.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek thy seat. And thou at thy last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
Right. We see this about the enemy. So you must beware. Yes, that's your enemy. That's not your friend. He's not here to hold hands with you. He's not. He's here to do his job, in which all his people is on agreement. Like the dude said, this is a hate crime. I hate this. But he's not from our community. This didn't come from our community. Yeah, because they sitting waiting. They there. They still there in that same town. Right. He just came from another spot to do the hit. Right. Damn, you did it too soon, brother.
How old did you say he was? He was like 18.
Man, I
right?
think he was young, yeah. 18, 19 or something like that.
Let me get Psalms 58 and 3 real quick. Because I want y'all to understand, like they say, the scriptures say never trust your enemy, right? You got to understand, like they say, it's pure evil. What this man done learn by the age of 18 about some damn black people? What
put nigger on his gun?
Yeah, what do you know? You know what I'm saying?
What
but
they teach you?
That evil has been instilled in him from birth. You understand that? Read
Straight
that.
Up.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
From the womb. You understand that? He wicked as soon as he come out that thing. Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born. Speaking lies.
Speaking lies. As soon as they come out the womb, crying, they ass lying. Damn. It just is what it is. Hey,
It is.
He was born that way.
Yeah, damn.
Yep,
that's crazy.
Get that Isaiah 14 and 21. That's why the scripture say this. Because us blacks, us colored folk, we still think it's a good white person here and there. But Jimmy, my landlord, he comes by and cuts the grass every 2 weeks. But what does God say about these people?
Because your dumb ass pay him. Excuse me, you pay him. He gonna cut it, you pay him.
Exactly.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
For his what?
For his children.
But they're just kids. He's underage. Maybe he's dealing with insanity. Maybe he has mental disorder. No, God says we're going to do what to his children?
Prepare slaughter for his children.
So he got to prepare slaughter for them because what you just proved was they come out lying. They come out evil.
They do.
You got to kill them from the beginning. Exactly. You got to take them out right then.
Right.
So while our enemy's trying to prepare slaughter for our children,
right.
We're
go ahead.
Even from the grocery store shooting all the way to Planned Parenthood and abortion law.
To shots when they come out of your stomach.
I'm going to
take this shot. Take this shot. Take that.
That's preparing slaughter. They doing that to our children. So God said he's going to prepare slaughter for the so-called white man and white women's children. That's what the Bible is saying. I know we've been taught that Cupid and the little white babies were the heavenly hosts and they float around and they teach us love. No, God said these kids are going to be destroyed.
Facts. For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the what?
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Understand that these kids are the same people as their fathers. When you think about where did we go yesterday? Dermot. Named after a slave master. Guess where black people still live?
Right.
In Dermot. And guess where that Dermot guy, his children are back ruling those same people in these same places.
And he taught them well. So you know what they were doing.
Exactly. That's why they doing the little Dermot festivals and all this stuff. And they still there on one street. Everybody in the city on one street barbecuing because they don't know anything outside of this. At the end of that verse.
What the hell is this?
At the end of that.
Oh no, that they do not rise nor possess the land.
Guess what? These people are when Christ come back, the black Messiah, these people will never rise again. We're gonna dash their heads, babies' heads against the stones, and these things have to happen. Why? Can I get one more scripture on it?
You want me to finish that up?
You can finish it out.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities. I got one, but I'm gonna wait till you. What you need?
I was gonna get Lamentations 4 and 17.
All right.
Because what are these kids taught? You said because they're born estranged, right? These kids have to be prepared for slaughter, right? God said they could never rise up again, right? Why? Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4.
Verse 18.
Chapter 4 and verse 18. They hunt our steps.
Because they what?
They hunt our steps.
These kids are already taught who their enemy is from the day that they're born. And they're taught to what? Hunt our steps. We don't know how long he's been planning this. This slaughter, this massacre.
He planned it for a while. Actually, I think they had talked about that he had was looking for the area that had the most blacks and need to be as far away from. As close to him that had the most blacks or something like that.
Think about it. He drove, 200 miles or something like that?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
So it's a plan. You driving that far, you putting gas on this.
That's the same thing people do when they go hunting. They prepare, they get the little pheromone on them. They dress up, they dress the part, and they go and they wait because they know where the deers are going to be.
Exactly.
Finish that out.
It says they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
We can't even go in our own grocery store in the hood.
Tops.
We can't even do that. Read.
Our end is near.
Because our end is near.
Our days are fulfilled. For our end is come.
Read verse 19.
Verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven.
I guarantee this man understands that he's a proud American.
Right.
A proud eagle. These are our persecutors. They are swift as an eagle. Come on.
They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
Verse 21.
Verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
That's who our enemy and our persecutor is. The Edomites, the person who was blessed with the gift of the sword.
Right.
These people was made to kill. They was born our enemies, and they was born estranged. God knew before Esau came out, hey, yeah, this one going to be like this one going to be like that. But it's our people that since the white man bring them hot dogs and cheese dip on Saturdays, they think this is a good person. The Bible says something completely different.
Hey, all praises. You had something else?
No, I'm good now. It's good.
Okay. Let's pull up the next video then. So let's go to the next video real quick. The one you tried to pull up before this with us. All right, so hold it before you go. All All right. So, like we said, like Officer mentioned it before we started on this, basically, we gonna do our jobs as prophets of the Most High. We're gonna go out and warn our people. We're gonna teach them the laws of God. We're gonna teach them why the oppression that they're going through is because we broke God's commandments. We're gonna teach the word at the end of the day.
Right.
We're gonna warn our people. We're gonna give them the laws of God. And this is what you're gonna see right here. We went full-fledged to Buffalo.
Right.
Let's show the video, please.
Telling me to hate a white man. Why I'm gonna hate you? You ain't never did nothing to me.
Sometimes we overlook the fact that every time we go to camp,
IUIC
it's a chance that we might not be coming home.
Sit off my corner, nigga.
They want to put my lights out. Here we go. Demons all around me. I see them everywhere we go. I ain't naive to the fact it can get physical. Our history like a hamster wheel. Look at the writing. Oh, Christ got murdered.
Real quick,
Paul got murdered. The tribulation in this cup. That's why we gird up.
Pause it. So before we end this video, because there's some good stuff that's coming on here, it basically showed that we going to teach our people, right? We teach them the gospel, the good news. But you see them rejecting it.
I was going to say that.
You see the spirit they got on them. Like, no, I don't tell her what to do. No, that's not your friend. We just proved that that's your enemy. But you love them so much, your mind is so destroyed, you will hate your people. You will hate your people. And we see that. We see this is evident right here. Pull it back up.
We're here to talk to you.
And I think that the men in the purple and gold that I've seen here, when I first saw them approaching down the street, this is not the first time I've ever seen them or heard of them. But when I saw them, I thought, now these are some young kings here.
Right.
They look like kings.
Right.
They speak like kings.
Right.
And when they start teaching, they sound like kings.
That's right. Hey, so you see, we went in full effect. We got one sister that noticed that the kings are back. The gods are back on earth. But the rest of them was wicked as hell. And all we were doing was teaching the laws of God. Give me that Leviticus 19. All we was doing is showing them true love. But they rejected it. And this is what we see today. And we get it so hard. That's how you know we are the prophets of old. Just like you see the apostles, the prophets that went through the hatred of their own people, it's happening to us. We got to stand bold, though. Let's continue. Read. 17? Yes, sir.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
This is how you know we the real prophets. The pastors ain't doing this. We love our people. We don't hate them. So we're going to correct them. When they're in sin, they're wrong. We're going to show them the solution out of the Bible.
Right.
At the end of the day. Come on.
And not suffer sin upon him.
And we're not going to let sin stay. We're not going to suffer sin upon you. So what we're going to do, we're going to teach the laws of God. Hey, you got to keep the Sabbath. Hey, you can't be wearing pants, sister. You can't do that. Brother, get your mind right. Pull your pants up. Stop smoking weed. Stop selling drugs. Stop pouring out your woman.
Right.
Get married. Get in the laws of God. This is what we're teaching our people, the foundation. Come on.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
And this is how we love our neighbors as ourselves. Like the two great commandments you stated.
Right.
This is real love. Going out showing our people why we went through that. Why they hate us so much. The perpetual hatred is upon them. Why is that? Because God chose us at the end of the day.
Right.
You got something?
Let me get Isaiah 58 and 1. Because I know, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the viewers, you know, you don't know a lot about. I mean, we've been teaching y'all, but you might be like, you know, what was that? You know, it seemeth to be a tumultuous situation, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As you see,
Well, why they lied on the bank?
With the brothers in purple, and we going out with boldness, and we, hey, you know what I'm saying, showing our people, we rebuke, we're correcting our people, right?
Right.
Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
We doing what we were commanded to do. Read.
Cry aloud. Spare not.
It says, cry aloud and spare not. We go out with microphones and speakers and blow horns and all that because we got to cry aloud so everyone can hear. Listen, our people don't know the answers. They don't know the solutions. They don't know what we're supposed to be doing. They wondering why in the world is this happening to us. So we're going out to cry loud and not spare anybody's feelings because our people's feelings been spared for far too long. Yep. Our people's feelings been spared so much that's why we're so dormant to the things that's going on and we don't know anything. We destroy for a lack of knowledge. But it's time out for that. So we go out and we gotta give our people the information they need, and we gotta do it with boldness. Read.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
If you ever heard a trumpet, I think the military uses to wake up the troops at boot camp. Guess why? Because it's loud. Read.
And show my people their transgressions.
And we gotta show our people their transgressions. We gotta be able to show our people what they doing wrong. Right. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46. Because our people don't know anything. That's why we go out. It seemeth to be something like, oh, they're against us, blah, blah, blah. When nobody knows what to do when they go out but to cry and hold up signs and say, we want justice. We're not going to get no justice, but it's because you don't know anything is why you keep asking for justice from people who are included with that same young man that killed us. Right? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46.
Uh-huh.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
The book of Deuteronomy 28. Chapter 28 is where it shows the curses for our disobedience to God. In this verse, it says that these curses will be upon us for what?
For a sign.
For a sign and what?
And for a wonder.
And for a wonder. They didn't know that. Our people don't know that. So we got to go out and let them know. Hey, you wondering why we keep getting shot down by these pale-faced individuals who hate you so daggone much? Because the Bible say they hate you. Because they are a punishment that was put against us for our disobedience to the Most High God. That's why we have the answers in the Bible. And if you don't want to hear it, then we're going to say it loud enough for somebody who does. And we're not sparing nobody's feelings while we're bringing that out. And that's our people need this.
Right, and that's why the sister came up. She recognized the real prophets, the real kings are back.
That's what we like to see. Because, somebody going to get marked properly. Somebody going to get this word. And somebody going to get the information that they need.
All praise to the Most High. All praises. Hey, so y'all heard it here, man. We got a little warm up right there.
Let me get that Amos real quick.
Go ahead.
What's that 5?
Quick.
Rebuking the gate.
5 and 10.
Yeah, let me get that real quick. One more real quick.
The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 10.
Just more proof as to why people act the way they act when the prophets go out to bring out this word. Read.
They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
They come and they hate us. They forgot their energy was supposed to be towards the hatred that evil-ass white boy showed while he was killing us in the supermarket. But they bring it towards the prophets like they don't even stop to open their ears to listen what it is that we talking about. They want to bring hate towards the people that's trying to bring solutions. Read.
Right.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Abhor is a synonym for hatred. They abhor the ones that are speaking uprightly. Because remember, in this world of confusion, speaking uprightly is going against the things that they want, their pleasures, the sins, no accountability. But we will do what we're commanded to do so we can turn this world upside down, back the way it's supposed to be.
That's right.
And we will do it.
All praise to the Most High. Hey, y'all, so y'all stay with us. We're going to be back. We're going to go on a commercial break. We'll be right back with more.
Let's Talk Truth.
You have your license and insurance? Sir, I have to tell you, I do have a firearm on me. Don't reach for it, then. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out.
I wanna talk about Trayvon. Zimmer stopped him down, murders like Jason. Real rice, murder for playing with a fake gun. White America, what we getting all this hate from? Now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Ooh, tears falling for Ayanna Jones. I bet she said that prayer before the cops raided her home. 7 years old, had to Google her smile in my phone. A princess gone, Lord, give me power to right this wrong. No, can't let my anger get the best of me. How we fixing this? The Bible got the recipe. I'm prophesying, but your people isn't hearing me. My eyes hold back cries.
Hell no. The time for remorse would have been when my husband was yelling to breathe.
Oh hell no.
this can't be real. Killed in front of his wife and kids like his life ain't his. Them damn devils kill for Lando Castile. That cock dirty like a man knows crack kill. And those facts real, I'm hot right now. I went down to St. Louis when they shot Mike Brown. Hands up, don't shoot, or they Glocks might sound. You kill another one of us, we burn the block right down. I'm saying in St. Louis when they protest, the sons of Jacob when they wake up don't take no mess. But that's only when it's tragedy. Then after a week or two, my people going back to sleep. I'm prophesying, but it's like your people mad at me. My eyes hold back crying, cause it's sad to see. In America, we living with no luck, no wealth. They murder Eric Garner, screaming loudly, your breath. Now I'm screaming proudly, America, go yourself. America keep hurting us, then why stuff go left? But if stuff go left, who says that it can't go right? But they unrepentant Israelites. This ain't your fight, this ain't your fight. The Christ they serve, it ain't your Christ. They celebrated Thanksgiving, being thankful like these whites ain't the same ones who killed the Indians. They got plenty sins, yeah, they kill many men. Then 4th of July, y'all be getting in. You were slaves being raped, not independent then. I'm prophesying, but you holding on to white supremacy. My eyes hold back crying, cause yours dim to see. Thus said the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, who possess or slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. But lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and to the hand of his king. And they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. And I will feed the flock of the slaughter, even you, O poor the flock. And I took unto me 2 staffs, the one I called beauty, and the other I called bands, and I fed the flock.
Turn that bass up, Ace.
On the earth back again, yeah, it's wartime. Boots laced up, don't be slacking cause it's wartime. Kingdom is the goal, save souls, yeah, it's wartime. Kingdom is the goal, save souls, yeah, it's wartime. Yeah, wartime, yeah. Your brother wartime, yeah. Wartime, yeah.
Strapped up, no concealed carry. Stay at home if you feel scary. We buy that life till we dead and buried. Christ is coming and he won't tarry. Hebrews chapter 10 and 37. I blast these scriptures like a murder weapon. I pull a scripture like I pull a trigger, hit it with precision under 7 seconds. White chalk for this Bible lesson. I'ma make the vision plain, man. Call of Duty, no game, man. Not warfare, not a carnal thing. This is for your soul like Shane sung. Ain't no changing face where we came from. Laugh now, mourn later. Straight out the Bible where we came from. Laced up, caked up. We the Superman of our race, bruh. We a nation full of saviors. Try to save you out of danger. Fear gotta be afraid, bruh. Sin is kindle his anger. Repent in Jesus Christ's name, bruh. Before you number with the slain, bruh.
Prophets on the earth back again, yeah, it's wartime. Boots laced up, don't be slacking cause it's wartime. Kingdom is the goal, save souls, yeah, it's wartime. Kingdom is the goal, save souls, yeah, it's wartime. Yeah, wartime, yeah. Wartime, yeah. Wartime, yeah. Ooh, wartime better be on call, tryna reach the lost. Yeah, this job full time. I don't play no games, cause my life on the line. Stay away from me if you ain't about that life. Ooh,
Take that forward, go. I reject all the lies been told. You don't wanna learn and you bugging, bro. Prophets on the earth back again, yeah, it's wartime. Boots laced up, don't be slacking cause it's wartime. Kingdom is the goal, save souls, yeah, it's wartime. Kingdom is the goal, save souls, yeah, it's wartime. Yeah, wartime, yeah, wartime, yeah, wartime, yeah.
Let go. Tell me why'd you leave, why would you let go?
All praises, all praises. We back. So hey, we're gonna jump right into the topic at hand.
Right.
The topic at hand. What is it? Famine is coming.
Right.
Part 2.
Are black people ready?
Are black people ready?
They're not. That's why there's a part 2.
Ready?
They wasn't ready.
They not ready. I couldn't find this video, y'all. I wanted to show it. It was a sister. It was sisters fighting over food. Right? And I'm sure it was cooked food. And they were big sisters. They were big sisters. It was cooked food.
How big?
Huge, right? I wanted to show that video to kind of go into this, basically showing that our people fighting over junk, but they not worried about storing food up. They fighting over cooked food. Who took the last piece of chicken versus storing up for a famine that's coming.
Damn,
our people's minds are backwards. Like he said, we got to flip it back upside right. Because it's upside down right now. Right side up. Upside right, right side up. We got to flip it because it's been tossed to and fro.
Facts.
All right? We see that.
It's conversion.
Hey, let's pull this article real quick. Let's go ahead. I mean, the head IT can't even fade. I mean, it just hurts me. He's over the IT. He can't fade over quick. It's just crazy.
This is from Eat This, Not That. 6 grocery items still facing shortages.
It's facing what?
Shortages.
Okay. It's facing shortages. All right, let's read.
These will be spotty on shelves, so grab them when you see them.
This is a look. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get a scripture before we go into this. Let's go to Ezekiel 3. This is what we're here to do, right? Teach our people. We're trying to warn our people, right? That's not what I want. Take heed. Give me Mark 13. This is what we need to do. Mark 13 and verse 33. We see this, right? Our people really got to pay attention at the end of the day. Look, other nations already on this. They doing it. That's why they got seeds, what do you call it? Seed joints, storage units. What do you call them? What do you call those places?
Some of the little, I don't know.
Anyways, where they store the seeds at, right? So a lot of that we showed last time where it's been burned down.
Seed vaults.
Seed vaults, yeah. They own that. They've been on that. Right. But the Most High is hindering their little thing, right? What they think they can do to survive. Most High been destroying it. Planes been crashing on it. Fires has just been catching on just randomly, right? But what we noticed, though, that they're storing these things. They got their bunkers. They got their underground vaults, whatever you want to call them, and it's caves, all of that stuff. They storing up. But the Negro won't take heed. But the Bible says this, read.
The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 33.
Uh-huh.
Take ye heed, watch and pray.
Uh-huh.
For ye know not when the time is.
You don't know when Christ will return.
Right.
When bombs gonna fly out the sky. It's gonna be too late then. You haven't prepped yourself. So we're trying to show you right now to take heed. Read it again. Take heed what?
Take ye heed. Watch and pray.
Watch and pray. Watch. If you're not paying attention to the news right now, you are asleep. You are simple. We're in the last days, and you said shut the TV off. because I'm on TikTok twerking it up.
Ignorance is not gonna be so bliss when you're hungry. It's not gonna be. I just rather not. And stuff they say the news is so depressing. I can't watch that stuff. Growing up, I always heard other kids say that, but it's gonna come back to bite black people in the behind in these last days.
It is, man. And I always look like lately. I've been on my family, right? I've been just saying stuff. We be driving riding down the highway. I say, hey. Matter of fact, I told my wife. I said, hey, we gonna be riding, right? I might be in a separate car. I said, hey, don't stop for nobody. Don't stop. She said, what if it's Israelite brother? I said, listen, this brother know we been prepping this whole time, and he asking for you to get in a ride with you. No way you stopping. He should have been already prepped. He or she, whoever they be, they should have been prepped just like we prepped. Right. Keep riding. Keep riding. I told him, look, it was mainly for if we gonna see some eat like. You seen Walking Dead?
Movies, exactly.
Have you not seen that?
Zombie apocalypse.
Matter of fact, it was a movie I was watching with what's the dude with the lazy eye, the black dude, Forrest
Whitaker.
And it was an Edomite he was with, and the Edomite married his daughter, right?
Right.
Married his daughter, and he went to travel to meet the daddy or whatever. And then all of a sudden, the world started jacking up. Tornadoes was everywhere. It was dumb stuff. I don't know what was going on in the movie, but basically the world was ending. And they get to this point where they gassed up and everything. He already had to, soon as they go get some food and stuff, he already had to pull his strap out.
Right.
And protect
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Protect it because they were trying to take his ride.
I don't remember the name of the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
But it was a scene where they gassed up. They had the gas cans and everything in the trunk. Yep. And they pull up, and this Edomite was broke down on the side. And then all of a sudden, these dudes ran up on them with some shotguns and some stuff.
Shotties.
And popped the trunk on their car and took all their gas that they had.
Trying to catch bodies.
And took off. Took whatever they had, right? So we see this stuff. They put it in the movies. They giving you warnings like, hey, it's going to be some stuff that go down. If you ain't prepping, if you ain't moving accordingly, you going to get either left behind or you going to get stripped.
I can read
and
that
you going to be eating people, eating your babies, and everything.
You want to read that in Proverbs for you?
Yeah, you can get that in Proverbs. Read that one more time, though.
Mark chapter 13 and verse 33.
Come on.
Take ye heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is.
You don't know when the time is, so you must take heed. Everything that we're bringing forth right now, take heed to these things. The time is near. Let's read that in Proverbs.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth evil.
The wise man, he gonna perceive evil. He gonna take heed to the scriptures. How you get that wisdom? He read the Bible. He looked and it said, hey, one day the world is gonna end. Fire is gonna come. Nuclear war is going to happen. Famine is going to happen. Pestilences on earth will happen. So I'm gonna take heed to this. The wise man what?
Foreseeth evil. And hideth himself.
And he hid himself. I mean, he gathered what he needed and he secluded himself from everything in this world. The dangers that's going to come forth against us. Come on.
But the simple.
You dummy. Read.
Pass on and are punished.
You pass on. You don't take heed. You will be punished at the end of the day. And what's that punishment? Somebody going to run in and take your stuff from you. You're going to get jacked up. And we going to see that, all right? That's you want to get something? You had something? Okay, let's go to the video. So we must take heed, all right? We must take heed. Everybody say they got wisdom, they wise, they understand. We'll see. Right. We going to see. Like I said, look, I'm not stopping. You know what I'm saying? We here together and we need a ride, that's one thing. But if I catch you on that highway and you ain't prep yourself, you, look.
Hey, officer, our people think...
My neighbor is not getting a ride from me. Right. It is what it is. I ain't talking about my brother. I ain't talking about you, brother. I'm saying the man in the neighborhood, he think he gonna, come on, help me out. No, I don't know you. Bye. Yep. You trying to rob me. You trying to take what I got. You ain't, look.
You know, in the movies, they always get tricked, though. The person be on
the side like,
tricked. Come on, please, it's me. It's me. That person go get in and rob you of everything you got.
That happened in the book of Eli. Remember that scene in the book of Eli when it was the girl playing distress on the side of the road, but really they were setting it up so they could.
And he slayed they. He slayed they.
Just like on Bird Box.
Hey, Bird Box. We see this, man. This is happening. That's what? Your aunt gonna come? Right. Your aunt gonna come to you? Come on, help me out, nephew.
Yeah, no.
Nephew, niece, help me out. No way. Listen, they ain't for you. They got a whole hood behind them ready to run in on you.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Ready, look, if they already setting you up right now to take your money in the damn hotel room, they gonna do it for your food to live. They about to do this, bro. It is what it is.
You know what I'm gonna say? Cause if auntie, it is what it is. If you ain't up in here, guess what I'm gonna say? I never knew you.
And I never knew you. I don't know you. What Bishop be saying? Get away from me.
Right. Stay the hell
away from me. Look, no way. Stay away from me. You ain't in here.
Hey, get that in Proverbs chapter 30, because that we hitting on it. These things are really common sense. When people start getting hungry, you see the worst. They do the Snickers commercial.
Yes.
You see the worst
You're not
side of
yourself
people
when you're hungry.
Exactly. So your mama that you love, Miss Barbara, 30 and 7. Miss Barbara, Miss Geneva, she gonna be all. That's your mama, you love her. But the day that famine come, you never know what she'll turn into. You never know what your daddy, your sister, your cousin Tracy. You don't know what they'll do. Watch that. Read what you got.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 7.
Read it out.
2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die.
So Solomon was like, look, I can go through things in this life, but these are some things that I do not want to go through. Read.
Verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Please don't let me suffer poverty. Why? But y'all understand that it's gonna be a famine due to poverty. This summer, gas is gonna be $6.
Facts.
And
Yeah.
You know what? I ain't gonna say it.
Don't.
We got the news earlier. But you gonna catch some sisters out
twerking at the stoplight.
At the stoplight.
That's the iniquity shall abound through all this. Keep reading.
Feed me with food convenient for me.
Please give me food. Please, God. Solomon, look, I know I got everything, but if you take everything from me, please just let me still have food. Read.
Lest I be full and deny thee.
If you give me too much food, yeah, I might deny you. Read.
And say, who is the Lord?
But what'll happen if this the vice versa? We in a famine, a food shortage. Read.
Or lest I be poor and steal.
Because food is wealth. And the day that food and those things are not here no more.
Food has been wealth since the time of Joseph.
Yep.
If you got food, if you got a way to feed people, you are wealthy. That's why all the Edomites all the billionaires you seeing, they buying the land.
Yep.
They trying to buy the land. They trying to grow their stuff. They trying to keep that because that's one thing that can't be reproduced is land.
Why Jake buying
You
weed.
can grow. You can make cars. You can grow. You know. You can make cars. You can build houses. You can do all that, but you can't buy. You can't make more land.
Yeah, what you gonna do with $100 million car they stopped selling gas? Y'all know there's gas stations already right now because I drive trucks, right? There are certain gas stations that don't sell diesel right now. They don't sell diesel fuel. What y'all gonna do when Shell's on your street corner? Yo, we're closed. Valero, we're closed. You got a Lamborghini that you can't even drive. Meanwhile, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, they own the whole other side of the world while black people over here starving.
But look, it's signs in the world, y'all. We're going to play the video. I just want to say this. We see that throughout time, when it's something that happens to the black man and the black woman, what we do, we go march, right? When it's something like tragic. Like, for instance, what's the dude in L.A. that got beat? Rodney King.
Right.
What happened? They destroyed their own community. And what were they doing? Looting TVs. You're going to see the Negro in these last days worried about TVs, iPads, iPhones, the latest gadget, when the internet don't work.
Right.
You're going to be worried about a Roku TV, 77-inch, and you got a damn hoopty.
The electricity
You can't even get it in your car. A nigga gonna be worried about that. They're gonna be doing the WAP dance. They're gonna be doing all kind of stuff. They're gonna be in the clubs doing foolishness while the world is ending.
Yep.
And we're gonna read scriptures. We're gonna prove it. It's happened before. It's happened. Let's were you done with that? I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, on that bottom part it says, lest I be poor and steal. So this is why we saying these things are gonna happen. The scriptures say that. The day that we are poor, the day that we start going through a famine, people are gonna be ready to steal. People are going to be ready to rob you. People are going to lie to you. They're going to try to deceive you. That's why it's important that we all prepare for these times to come.
They're going to steal. It's already written. They're going to do it. It's just a matter of how you prepare yourself according to the will of God. And we talking about those that sincerely want to see God in the future, see Christ, that want to live forever. You got to get your mind right. We showing you, we giving you hints as prophets. Prepare yourself. And it takes what? Coming back to the laws of God and taking heed to what's been written and that was written aforetime and what we're stating now. All right? Let's continue this video, this article, please. So take heed to this, y'all. The 6 specific items right here.
Manufacturers and stores alike are trying to anticipate the best way to avoid the supply chain snarls that have followed the grocery sector for the past year. But there's only so much they can control. Costs are going up due to the myriad of supply changes, and shoppers are feeling the effects as prices keep rising. We've seen shortages before, and with continuing disruptions to supply chains, we were bound to see them again. These are 6 of the products you're likely to see running low if you need them. You may have to plan more in advance, visit a couple of different stores, or shop for more plentiful alternatives to avoid the sight of empty store aisles.
Hey, listen, it ain't no you may. You should.
You will.
You will.
Famine
You should do this. You got to find, what is it? What do you say that?
Where?
Plentiful alternatives.
Plentiful alternatives.
You have to find this. You gotta shop at the Amazons to get it in bulk. The Costco's, the Sam's Club.
Grow it.
You can't be doing that like what you
No
said.
pigeon shopping.
You can't do that.
Grow it.
Or grow it. Perfect.
Stow it or grow it. For more changes you'll see at the store soon, here are 6 things you'll see at Costco this year. Milk. Got milk? Some grocery stores say they're struggling to keep it on shelves. The USDA reported that milk is still in short supply compared to years prior.
Hey,
in small
I'm
part.
gonna say something about milk real quick. I'm sorry. I know a lot of our people don't drink milk like that no more, right? But when you got WIC, this is all you get.
Facts.
So our people that's struggling, that's on these WICs and food stamps and things of that nature, milk is gonna be very important for their kids and them to have something.
Right.
When you got
especially
WIC, that's
ones
all
that
you get.
rely solely on that.
Yep.
Look, that when they get hit with that struggle of it's not on the shelves.
Yep.
Because it's already showing that when they go in their specific store they go to and it's not there, sheesh.
And you know what happens?
You can. It's not an alternative for that.
Exactly.
When you gonna get powdered milk now? You can't. That's probably the best thing.
It's a shortage on that too.
Shortage on
And
it
you know,
though.
when it's a shortage on resources, prices go up because it's more needed now, right? You know what it's gonna start saying? We don't take WIC.
We don't.
Black people gonna start.
Matter of fact, the food stamps and WIC, we discontinuing
Exactly.
that because
You
you
don't
got
have real
you
money
got
when
too
I
much.
take
Yeah,
it.
you're right. Like we not using this. Hell nah. That's why. Look, that's why they went from paper to plastic.
Right.
In the food stamps because
Yeah,
one day they was gonna be like, nah, these cards ain't gonna work.
Yeah, we're just gonna shut them off.
And we gonna need some real money that's value. You get a green sheet of paper to look. Y'all ever seen the old food stamp card?
I've seen like the little. You talking about the booklets? They were actual
Yeah,
stamps.
I remember that, man.
Yeah,
Back
it
in
was
the
like
day,
coupons.
You know what I'm saying? It used to be
They were
hard.
like
It was hard
coupons.
times. You know, them
everybody
mug-
hates Chris.
Facts.
Man, them mug
Yep,
was
yep, yep. They're like
it was
coupons.
at least about a foot long. Dang near.
Go to
But
the
let's
next item.
finish. So we see milk.
Right. Go to the next item. Canned goods.
Oh my. Y'all hear that?
Come on.
Let's see, man. They got these canned goods, right? So we know these things. Look, we know, and this is stuff we trying to tell people to store up on these things, these things that can last for years and years, right?
Black people think that's old people food. Man.
Yeah, oh,
They rather eat
cans.
just Rotel, cheese dip, and a hamburger helper.
All they know is right, Rotel and pasta sauce. They think is what you can have. That's all they know. Negroes
Shoot.
don't know.
Hot wings.
Right.
All right,
Come on. Come on.
We probably need to read this.
Cream cheese.
Hey, let's go back up. Let's go back up.
Let me read. That right there. At the same time, demand is higher than ever. The candemic that arose due to the recent popularity of canned beverages skyrocketed aluminum usage to unreachable heights.
Damn.
According to Waste Dive, the Ball Corporation said they expect demand continuing to outstrip supply well into 2023.
There you go. Because remember, the last time we covered this, we talked about Russia, right?
Yes.
How they supply a lot of stuff that we need, a lot of crops,
The bread
a
basket.
lot of the stuff that look, we just think it's wheat, but it's going into everything that they use, the process they use to make some of these things to preserve some of this food that we have here. It's a whole buttload of things that we get from them to help us over here in the USA, right? So we see a pandemic. They got a name for this now.
The pandemic.
So it has hit a pandemic, a shortage. We done been in some places. We done walked in the store and we like, wow, what happened?
It was dead.
It was gone. I've seen it myself in some of the bigger Walmarts. It's like that.
I've seen it.
Like, what is going on here? It wasn't because it was snow outside.
Right.
It's because it's a pandemic. It's literally happened. A famine is upon us, and our people not taking heed. Look, we ain't heard about the forest fires yet. We ain't heard about the droughts yet. We got a little rain. We think we good. Wait till we get deep in this summer. Y'all gonna see these crops. They're supposed to be flourishing. We supposed to be harvesting the last harvest. It's gonna be shut down.
It's gonna be too late to prepare.
It's gonna be too late.
You can't even California.
Because it said 2023. That's next year.
Exactly.
So what are they saying? Meaning this year it's the harvest for next year. To hold you off till next year. That means it ain't gonna be no harvest. It's gonna be gone, they saying.
You're not gonna be able to go outside in California eventually. You know the air, because it started all the way, west, but the air is getting polluted all throughout California.
Think about it. In California, they don't even have a real in LA, they don't have a real water source. They gotta get their water from the canyons. They gotta bring their water over there. And that's one city, one huge city. And they got fires everywhere around that region. This is crazy, man. But look, take heed. Yeah, if you a Negro, you in trouble. But if you repenting, if you changing your ways and coming to the Lord, you all right.
Right.
Let's continue. So we see that.
John Hayes, the CEO of Ball, told the site about other companies who want to venture into canned drinks. We are capacity constrained right now. The reality is we don't have the cans to supply those people that are looking to go into it. Because of the lack of supply, prepare for other canned goods to be short-stocked, soup, pet food, and alcohol, to name a few.
Yes, your cat, your dog gonna die.
Hey, black people, hey, listen, that's what this episode is about. Are black people prepared? Black people better wake up, because canned goods is one of the top essential items that you will need when this famine hits. You can eat stuff right out of the can. Cans can store for an amount of time. Yeah, it's already been processed and cooked, and it's in that can. It's not the best or the healthiest for you, but guess what? When there's nothing else to eat, you're going to need those cans. Pay attention.
That may be on a drinking source you have.
Right.
The little liquid that's left over in the cans. I'm talking about you got the corn shit. You might be
talking about the solution that's in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying drink all that stuff. I'm not saying it, but
right,
shit,
but
you
that
run
might,
out.
Yeah, right.
You might need that corn liquid that's in there, the carrot liquid. It may not be as good for you, but look, if you ain't prepping properly, you simple. But we got water solutions. We're gonna show it. We got some solutions for you though. But let's continue.
Cream cheese.
Negroes love cream cheese.
Right. This whipped, spreadable bagel topping is still sparse on shelves. After COVID-related labor shortages and cyber attack on Schreiber Foods hampered cream cheese production back in December. Some areas have seen continuing short supply into late February. A local news outlet reported seeing the effects in a Vermont bagel shop. Tammy Fursing, the owner of the Burlington Bagel Bakery, told My Champlain Valley that her store is missing cream cheese due to shipping delays and delivery issues. If you're really in a pinch, you can join the ranks of everyone who learned how to make their own with this recipe from Insider. Oh, my bad. Wheat, corn, soybeans, and oats.
No, listen. That's That's over there on that side of the world, and that's here. Most of the stuff that they're farming here is wheat, corn, soybeans, and oats. I've dealt with farmers, and guess what? Corn and soybean was like on the top. Soybean was so cheap to plant. You could get, you could plant a lot, and it was cheap. You could get money off of it. And then you got corn. It's gonna grow, you know, if you got the right stuff.
Right.
They need the water though. They need the right, you know, the nutrients to get it right. But we see these things. These are, and a lot of this stuff we eat.
Right.
It's in it's in something of what we eat today.
Stuff that you don't even really.
Brother, okay, I don't drink regular milk. Well, I gotta get the soy skim milk, you know, the skim milk or oat milk, or I gotta go get the corn if I need cornmeal or whatever, or to make to make my tortillas or my whatever.
Right.
This is what we need. This is health.
This is
This is everything right here.
Essential for sure.
You run out of meat, guess what?
You're gonna want the beans.
This is the next option. This is the next source.
I see garbanzos and lentils, and both of those
you
are
seeing
high
it.
protein packed
Listen.
beans that you need.
Right.
You
We
know,
see this.
Ukraine got 1/3 of the world's wheat
Exactly.
production.
That's look, 1/3. That's not enough. It's the world we
The
talking
whole
about.
world.
That's a lot. That's a lot. We see that today. And this is evident. We see it. All praise to the Most High. Hey. All stay in the building, man. All praises. We talking about it, y'all. We seeing it right today. All praise to the Most High. Let's
Next item.
pull it back up.
Still got 2 more items.
Let's read that real quick.
Pasta. Oh, read that?
Yeah.
The already tight supply of the world's staple commodities took another hit with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, according to Food Dive. The two countries combined produced 29% of the wheat, 19% of the corn, and 80% of the sunflower oil for
You
global
can't
exports.
make this up.
Right.
It's in your face. But look, think about this. And they worried about the war, right? You got to be worried about it, right? But they so good on Ukraine side. But no, you got to think America is blinding our people. This is on Russia, right? And they already wiping through Ukraine. They taking it all over. This stuff is on that side. That war is hindering you from getting this. You already got shiploads of stuff sitting on the west coast of California. You got it all around, right? Shiploads of what you call it, food, all kind of stuff we need. And we see this is happening right now.
Right.
All of this, and then we get a war that happens. And then it shut down, like you said, 1/3 of the food sources right here. This is a big percent.
Hey, officer, I think they initially the record for the most ships at sea to not be able to get boarded was like 17. I was told that recently it's at like 32. Like we have already doubled the record of the most ships stuck at the dock. So it's only gonna get worse from here.
We see it. Let's go. Let's read those numbers again.
It says the two countries combined produced 29% of the wheat, 19% of the corn, and 80% of the sunflower oil for global exports. Back in February, they reported that the conflict could lead to increased corn and wheat prices, with a prediction of 20 to 30%. This leaves suppliers struggling to pay more to produce their products, like baked goods, pasta, packaged mixes, and more.
And that's look, package mixes, right?
That's the black
Negroes,
man's best friend.
that's
ain't
it.
Right. They know
What is it? Hamburger helper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we, them brothers just eat that. All
Right.
we eat is noodles, Roman noodles.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, this stuff is, we ain't seen it, though. We not seeing it. I know when we pour, that's what we want. We gonna eat that. We can eat bread, bologna, packed noodles. We can eat
Hamburger
peanut
helper.
butter and jelly.
Right.
Right? But look, the main sources is been taken out right in front of your face. You got to see it. Take heed.
Next item. Pasta. See? If you walked into your local grocery store and found the pasta aisle shockingly bare, you're not the only one. Production for pasta has already been suffering from a lack of raw materials, especially durum wheat. Now, the conflict between Ukraine and Russia could put further pressure on wheat-based products. The two countries together produce over a quarter of the global wheat supply. Senior research fellow at the International Food Policy Research Institute, David Laborde, told the New York Times in February that the upcoming wheat harvest will give an indication about how the commodity is faring. Is that faring or faring? By then, farmers could not harvest due to lasting military operations, or if port facilities and railroads have been damaged, The situation will be particularly gloomy, he said.
Right. So we see what's happening in around the world. We see this, and in local grocery stores, the lack of food coming in, and we see the famine is hitting today. And we read these things. We're reading this. We're showing you, but it's not happening. All right. Let's go to Hebrews real quick. Let's go to Hebrews. I think I want, and this is I want to just pull this point because these last days, right? We see that our people don't catch these things.
Right.
They don't see these things. They just live in life, but something's wrong. Hebrews 11:7, I think. That's what I want.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
See, what Noah did was he followed the word of God.
Right.
And it saved his house from the famine to come. From the destruction to come, from the flood. We see today, we're warning you right now. Though you that a Negro can't see it, you've been warned. The famine is coming. It's upon us. You must take heed to these things because when destruction comes and this stuff get wiped out, your house not gonna get saved. You didn't take heed. You didn't follow. We gotta follow these examples of our forefathers. Noah, hey, he prepped, and what the Negro were doing, they were just partying up. They were just having fun, having a good time. But Noah said, nah, destruction about to come. The world is ending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take heed to what the God has said. I'm going to bring these, and I'm going to do what I got to do to save me and my house then. And we see that.
Nah, the point is that he moved with fear.
Yeah, move with fear, right.
Because, and that's the thing, like, our people are reactive, not proactive.
Right.
Facts. So we gotta wait for something to happen. We gotta wait for the shelves to be empty. We gotta wait for ain't nothing in the pantry, ain't nothing in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? And then go in full-fledged panic mode. That's when we want to move with fear. But Noah got the warning from God that this was going to come.
Right.
And that was enough to propel him to move with fear and prepare before it actually came to pass.
Exactly.
Our people don't have any fear. If it's not happening to us right now, and this is the thing that's going on with this famine that's finna come. We understand through the prophecies, we paying attention like he instructed us to watch and be sober, folks. So we see it gradually happening. Like the famine is taking place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a process. So if you in the world, if you had the red lights twerking on the headlights, look, I'm always take shots. It is what it is. I love you, Glorilla. I love you. You my sister. But I'm gonna always take shots, and cause that's an example of what our people, where they mind at. In times like this, you ain't got no business doing stuff like that in public. You need to be trying to stock up and prepare for these times. So these gonna be some of the hardest times. Get that in Matthew 24 real quick. These gonna be some of the hardest times that that has ever took place on the planet Earth. I think it started like 18. So. What did it say?
Neither let him which is in the field return back. So start at verse 15.
Start at 19.
19. The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Right. So now this happened. This is something that happened repeatedly throughout history with the Israelites. You've seen it happen in Babylon.
Right.
You understand? You've seen it happen with Rome, what Christ is prophesying right now. That happened in 70 AD. But this thing is going to happen again. A lot of us, we still out here, we having babies and things like that. But why does it say, woe to them that give suck in those days? Woe to them that are with child. Because the first thing that you're going to look at when it ain't no more food, it ain't no more, you understand?
Right.
You're going to look at that little innocent, defenseless baby. Understand that. These are the times that God said are coming around once again. Read that again.
Verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Read.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
So just imagine on the Sabbath or when it's freezing cold and you got to flee. You understand? Because it's all hell and broke loose in your community.
Right.
They breaking in houses with guns. Give me what you got. You understand? Taking all your little goods and stuff. Just imagine. These are the times that we looking at, y'all. That little house you got, you going to have to leave it.
Gotta go.
That little apartment you got, you going to have to leave it. You understand?
Right.
It said you better pray that your flight ain't in the winter. Read.
For then shall be great tribulation.
It shall be what?
Great tribulation.
We are looking at great tribulation is ahead of us, thanks to Joe Biden. It's all prophecy, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But since this damn knucklehead ass cracker got in office, we have America has plummeted into the direction of famine, pestilence. You understand? Tribulation, war, rumors of wars. We have plummeted full-fledged into that direction. We finna be head up with all these prophecies in the Bible. Great tribulation, come on.
Such as was not since the beginning of the world.
So you just read about Noah, right? The flood and all of that. God said, look, what we finna go through, don't nothing, the flood, it ain't gonna compare to the tribulation that we finna face as a people on the earth. You understand? You're going to be wanting to eat your damn child. Read.
To this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Read.
And except those days should be shortened.
So unless these days be shortened, unless we pray for the Lord to shorten the days and swing low, sweet chariot, take us home. Read.
There should no flesh be saved.
Everybody will go to hell off and lose their damn mind. You understand Deuteronomy 28 about your eye that was tender towards your brother?
Right.
You gonna hate your brother. You know what I'm saying? Your wife that was tender and delicate to you, you gonna hate her. What is that talking about? That's talking about during famine. When you in a state of starvation, your love for your brethren, it diminishes.
Those are the easiest targets.
Yes.
Children and pregnant women. They're
Right.
the easiest targets.
Because they trust you enough to fall asleep beside you.
Yep.
And while they sleep, you got your knife. You
Like
understand?
the cartoons where the whole look of them change. They look like chicken to you.
Exactly.
Yep.
You that hungry.
Exactly. Like the damn Snicker commercial. You
angry as hell.
Yeah.
You're not the same when you hungry.
Exactly. Exactly. God said if he don't shorten the time, everybody gonna turn to a damn cannibal. You understand? Ain't nobody gonna make it. These are the times that we entering in.
Right.
So I bet you that remnant of flesh that will be saved are those that prepare. You understand? And have enough to endure until the Lord said, all right, that's enough.
Right.
If you don't prepare, I'm telling you, you're going to be a full-fledged victim. These prophecies finna grab us by the neck.
Hey, you said something heavy, though, like with, what is it, Joe Biden, right? You got to think about it. The movie we was talking about before, what is it called? Don't Look Up. And that's this whole thought of that is they don't want you to see what's going on.
Right.
So they put
Facts.
everything in front of you to avoid you from seeing that what we reading right now, what we showing you right now. And
The
this is-
only way you going to move with fear is if you listen to us.
Exactly.
You understand? We the only people, and I'm not saying just let's talk truth. I'm saying the guys in purple and gold.
Right.
We the only people that's really warning the world of what's taking place right before their face. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We the only people warning the world about this. If you not hearkening to us, if you not paying attention to us, you not gonna move with fear at all. Because the world is not telling you to. The world is telling you don't look up.
Don't.
Stay in your phone. Stay on social media. Stay distracted.
Right.
We got it all under control.
We're handling it.
You got that spaceship ready, right?
Right.
Just like the Don't Look Up movie.
I'm out of here.
We got everything under control. Hey, we got the base set up on Mars, right?
Right.
They gonna abandon y'all ass.
That's crazy. Hey, that's crazy.
And clash with them angels in the sky and get their purposes disappointed.
Hey,
But
go
ahead.
and think about it. What's the dude that just bought Twitter? Elon, right?
Musk.
All he got to do is shut that down. Negroes is out of the loop, and he already got spaceships. They're already ready to get booted out of this mug. Negroes.
So
Negro
look,
dog.
if you hearing us right now, the purpose is Hebrews 11:7. You got to be warned. Understand, you being warned of God, and you ought to move with fear.
Right.
You understand? God is finna destroy this place. They sins have reached the heaven. 1969, they touched down on the moon. God said, "Oh hell no!"
Time to get him out.
For real. They abominations are fulfilled. So y'all better pay attention. Look, the Lord, this place got a very, very short time. That's what it say. The devil has great wrath because he know he got a short time.
Right.
Y'all pay attention. Wake up. If you don't, you gonna fall victim.
It's crazy too, because like the subtopic of black people prepared. You still in that Matthew 24, jump to verse 37.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 37.
Bring it out.
But as the days of Noah were,
Just like we were talking about in the Hebrews, in the days of Noah, read.
so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
There's gonna be warnings about it, like how the prophets are doing right now, warning our people. Read.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
That's what our people are more worried about, though. They're more worried about filling their belly up. They're more worried about getting drunk. They're more worried about partying, coming together, right? Not preparing for anything. Black people out here doing whatever. Read.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
See, that's why we're trying to warn our people, so you can move with fear, so you can come out of the mindset that you've been bred to have. I'm with that show.
Yep. They're just like in Edges where it say some of our people not going to go into after death by pain. That's how these people learn, through death. It's over, I'm done, I'm dying.
Right.
All right, let's continue with that article real quick.
Avocados is the 6th item.
But Negroes don't eat this, though. They
I
don't know
do.
the health values of it.
Hey.
Hell no.
The popular heart-healthy fruit is going to be spread thin on your avocado toast for the next few brunches. Due to a combination of labor shortages and low rainfall, avocado production hasn't kept up with booming demand.
Stop. Low rainfall. That means that's not the only item. They just showing that. But if it's low rainfall, that means whatever else you trying to produce ain't producing.
The Negroes hate rain because it messed their tracks up.
Hey, what say is that Amos 4:9? Let me see.
It ain't producing.
Amos 4:9 and Haggai 2. Let me see. Amos 4:9. Read that. Read verse 9.
The book of Amos, chapter 4 and verse 9. I have smitten you with blasting and mildew. When your gardens and your vineyards and your fig trees and your olive trees increase, the palmer worm devoured them.
Right. So that's talking about, pests and different things like that that'll destroy your crops. Come on.
Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord.
Read.
I have sent among you the pestilence after the manner of Egypt. Your young men have I slain with the sword, and have taken away your horses, and I have made the stink of your camps to come up unto your nostrils. Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord.
Read.
I have overthrown some of you, as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
All right. Yep. Is it let me see. Go to Haggai chapter 2. So that's talking about famine by way of, your crops being destroyed by different animals. But it's a scripture that they talk about the rain, the drought.
Yeah.
What Haggai 2 and 18?
The book of Haggai, chapter 2 and verse 18. Consider now, or you want 17? Nah, verse 18. Consider now from this day and upward, from the 24th day of the 9th month, even from the day that the foundation of the Lord's temple was laid, consider it. Is the seed yet in the barn? Yea, as yet the vine and the fig tree and the pomegranate and the olive tree have not brought forth.
Right. So God said that these things will not bring forth. How? A reason why these things wouldn't bring forth would be low rainfall. When you got droughts, these different trees that produce these different fruits, they not going to produce. You understand?
Right.
That's a part of prophecy. God always implemented these things as judgment. The difference is we was farmers. We was growing this stuff in our own yards, right? So now we, Deuteronomy 28:48, we depend on our enemies for it. We think it just fall out of the sky because it's always at Kroger. Not knowing that it's still being grown by trees and in gardens and things of that nature. So when a white man is not yielding any fruit, even with all the needles and the stuff that they pump into the ground and all that, and it still ain't being produced, now you suffering.
Right.
You understand that? Message. That always been a judgment from God to when we in the midst of sin. Go ahead.
Hey,
No.
Hey, this made me think of the 2nd Esdras 11 where it says the end shall come through him, this fourth beast. Because as we know, Esau, for all our lives, we really been seeing that these people been burning up all the forests, burning all the trees, and doing what? They said, we can create these fruits ourselves in labs and do experiments. But now we're running out. They're running out of the things that they had. And now the famine is going to come through them because their plan is foiled and they already destroyed the earth. These are the people that hurt the earth.
Right, they do hurt the earth because you know the process every year, right? Every year upon year. It's supposed to be a time where you stop. But what they do is the end of the harvest is here. What we going to do? We're going to burn the ground. And then we're going to come right back again and plant the next round. Right? Okay, it's only good for a certain amount of time, but what is it called? Jubilee? 7 years? You're supposed to stop.
Esau don't get a land.
You're supposed to stop. They won't let it breathe. Yep. And the Most High says, okay, I'm gonna let you do that. Eventually your ground gonna be messed up, and then it ain't gonna be no rain. Damn. We see this.
And the air is polluted because you got all these 18-wheelers driving through it all day and night that's producing all these harmful chemicals into the air and harming the air. Everything that Esau has done to build this country has brought us to the end of the world.
Hey, get that in Revelation 11, verse 18. That's what God said. That's why God got to destroy this place. God made the earth for our sakes. Y'all know that, right?
Right.
So everything on this green earth is for our nourishment. You understand? It's to nourish us as the guys on earth.
Right.
That's why the things that we supposed to eat is literally composed of the same things that your body is composed of. The minerals, you understand, the nutrients and all that. It's literally what gives you life. That's what your body is made of. You understand? So when you can't get those things, it spells death.
Right.
You understand? That's literally exactly what it is. It's death.
And then they try to enhance it, and they screwing you up worse.
Right.
Damn.
Read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets.
Hey, I like how it say the nations were angry. That go into that class I did the other day. You got to think, you've been indoctrinated to believe that we all are awaiting the return of Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ cracked that sky, they gonna be mad as hell. He is the ultimate party pooper.
Right.
You understand?
The kingdom got to go for his kingdom.
You got to think, it's supposed to be a world war when he come back, right? So they fighting over who going to be the next power in the earth to reign.
Right.
They fighting over world dominance.
None of y'all ass.
They have an agenda to rule the world.
We win.
And he coming to destroy all of them at one time.
Facts.
That anger is going to cause them to band together like,
damn, Thanos. Thanos.
That damn nigger. You understand?
Right.
The nation's going to be angry when Christ come back because they know he not coming to save them.
Facts.
Read on.
And thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets.
God gonna give us reward. While everybody else being destroyed, he gonna get a prophet's reward. He gonna give us salvation. He gonna give us spiritual powers. You understand? For suffering the same thing that Christ suffered when he walked the earth.
That's right.
Slandered, being profiled, being betrayed. You understand? All of this stuff is happening to the real prophet. That ain't happening to Pastor Jamal Wesley, who was scared to come toe-to-toe with the prophets today.
Damn.
Right. You understand?
Damn.
He ain't talking about old boy.
Damn.
He ain't suffering what Christ suffered.
Or Jerome
We the ones suffering what Christ suffered. They trying to sue us because we speaking the truth about you standing on the headlights, twerking at the red light. You know what I'm saying? We the ones suffering. For real. Guess what? We going to get a reward for this. Believe it or not, y'all may think we teaching. Hey, it's a better way y'all can do it. No, it ain't. It's the truth. We supposed to instill the fear of God in y'all.
Right.
Cut out the nonsense. Repent. Come back to your Lord so you can get this reward.
Right.
We want you to get this reward.
That's right.
We know what we gave up. We know the life we used to live. You understand? We know the sacrifices we made to get where we at. But y'all don't want to get on board. That's why y'all ain't going to get no reward.
Right.
Read on. Though.
And to the saints and them that fear thy name.
And them that what?
Fear thy name.
Them that when they get the warning from God, they move with fear. You understand? They prepare for the wrath to come by keeping the commandments, building a spirit up, doing the things necessary to survive, via the inspiration of the scriptures. Them gonna be the people that get the reward. Read on.
Small and great. And shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
God is going to destroy them that destroyed the earth. The people that created the genetically modified organisms. Don't let the earth rest on the 7th year. All these chemicals, pesticides they put in the air, like y'all was talking about, the little random planes. Y'all see, look, when I work for FedEx, because when we be traveling, brothers be like, oh, look at all this field. And I seen that every day on my route. Going to what, Arkansas County and all these, that's all it is. I had to deliver to the rice capital of the world every day. You understand? All I see is green fields and grass and all that all day. And guess what else I see? Planes driving over the mugs, dropping all type of chemicals. You understand? All type of equipment they drilling the ground to keep it going, not letting it rest. You understand? All the pollution in the world. Think about all these engines, all these gasoline, things they got going. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff pollute the air. You understand?
God is not going to hold you guilty for that.
Exactly. God is going to destroy them that destroy the earth because of their greed, because they want everything so bad and they know God is not dealing with them to produce these things for them. They destroy the earth. The earth is plummeting downhill.
Right.
The only way it can be restored is if the people of God are restored. Then the earth going to be refreshed.
Right.
When the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord, that means what? Until Christ come back, it ain't the white man can't refresh this. Right. The China man can't refresh this. The times of refreshing got to come from the presence of the Lord with flaming fire. You understand? He got to refurbish it with flames. For real. And the main target going to be them that destroyed the earth. The so-called white man. I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what the Bible says.
That's right. Hey, let's finish this off and let's get the next one after this. Oh, we already finished reading it?
Not that whole paragraph.
Go down, yeah.
The various associated farming costs aren't doing consumers any favors either. Price increases for water, soil, labor, and freight all mean that you'll be paying more for your wok fix. On top of production issues, avocado imports to the U.S. from Mexico were delayed in February. An inspector was threatened for not certifying a shipment due to quality concerns, which led to the U.S. halting inspections, according to CBS News. With 80% of imported avocados supplied by Mexico, producers were left with a backup of harvested fruit and longer wait times to transport them to stores.
Right. So now we see, right? It says a lot of the stuff didn't come through because it was the inspector was what it said, the inspector didn't approve it.
Yeah,
I mean, the quality was messed up.
Yeah, I remember something being in the news about them avocados. That might be what they're talking about. Something happened with the movement and the production of that.
Right. So we see, right? So now the stuff that we're getting, or the stuff you may get, it ain't even really that good anymore. The quality is horrible. So we see what we just pulled here, this article pertaining to 6 foods. These are just some of the 6 things, which is some major things in here. The wheat, the soybean, right? The corn. These are major things that's been hindered right now during the famine, all right? So we seeing this thing. We must take heed, Israel. We must take heed at the end of the day. So, hey, let's pull up the next thing real quick. Now, this video, you want to hit on this video a little bit?
Yeah. So we wanted to pull up a little bit of content for you guys to understand that there are, people that look like us that are out preparing. There are so-called black people that are getting things together and taking heed to, the warnings and examples that's been shown in the scriptures, right? So that we can be ready for these things. So what's this first one about? This the water one? It's just a little content for y'all to see, how to prepare and get water on the go, stuff like that. Cue it up.
To another episode of the Prepping Team YouTube channel, right? The Prepping Team, where we bring you all of the information that's beneficial in this time when certain things aren't readily available for you, right? But what's today? By the way, I got my rain jacket on. It's been pouring. I don't know what's going on here in the South. But in any event, it's neither here nor there. But what I want to share with you is something very important that obviously is needed for all things, for the plants, for the animals, for humans, is water. Now, when you're on the go, whether it's a go bag or a bug out bag, you want the means of being hydrated. Now, water, as refreshing and quenching as it is, it's a very heavy item to carry. Okay? It's very weighty. So I'm going to discuss possibly the realm of a go bag. Now I have one of my go bags here that I like to keep handy. And what I want to share with you is when you have a go bag, normally it's stored somewhere that it's not something you go to every day. So you're going to have certain items in there like water that you won't really be swapping out. So I'm going to just touch on a few things. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but just touch on a few points when it comes to that. Now, in your go bag that you will have stationary somewhere, whether it be in your vehicle, at your workplace, should be in your vehicle, but in your workplace.
Hey, so pause it real quick.
I mean,
I want to just let y'all know, it says a go bag, right? Meaning it's something you have to store items to go. When you got to be on a quick move, it's called go bags or bug out bags, right? So you want to, like, if something happened, we see these movies all the time. If something happened, you got to be ready. So you need that thing stored in your car, already loaded with the essential things that you need, like whether it's water, which what we going into in here, first aid kits, medications, flashlights, food, the essential things to help you survive when you leave your house.
Right.
When you may go into the wilderness somewhere, you need these things, all right? So let's skip on forward to the first item, one of the items. Let's see here. Right, yeah, let's start right here.
Now, I want to share something with you. If you have your normal bottled waters, right? No matter what brand it is, these clear plastic bottled waters, what ends up happening is in your vehicle, they get exposed to sunlight. And when exposed to sunlight over long periods of time, algae grows in the water. Now, you may say, okay, if I'm on the go, I can just, I have a flint fire starter. I can just start a fire and boil the water. The downside is you can boil out bacteria, without a doubt. You cannot boil out algae. So when you have these containers that the sun can penetrate and, for long periods of time, you should swap out your water if it's in those plastic bottles out of your go bag and it's in your vehicle, hot vehicle, that the temperature varies from hot to cold. You should swap it out at least every 2 weeks, right? So there's a little more work and effort put into those types of containers, I should say, those containers. So because it has access to direct sunlight. Now, if you have it in your go bag, it's in a darker place, yes, it'll have a longer time, a shelf life in order for well keeping. But it's still to be swapped out at some point, right? Then you have variations of canned water, right? Now, of course, canned water has a longer shelf life, but it also has it's a little weightier. To be honest, the plastic is a little lighter than canned water, but you have variations. You have pop top like a soda. You have twist top. Personally, I prefer the twist top because it can be utilized for other things to carry other liquids at some point. Once this is empty, you have Cos water. You have
Right. So, hey, pause real quick. So what we notice, right, and this is what we want to show Israel, right? So it's different types of waters you can have. Now, in the video, he mentioned pertaining to bottled waters, right? This is the stuff in the family. This is stuff we need to prepare to think about when we preparing. Bottled waters, you can boil out certain things, plastic bottles, I should say. You can boil out certain things, but algae is going to stay. So that may be something that can mess up your health, right? So an alternative is canned bottles, right? Canned bottles, you can boil those. You can use to boil water and cook with that and all kind of stuff, right? That's a safer alternative for you.
Right.
Let's keep going. Let's skip forward. It's another one I want to show. And it's many videos. This video, this YouTube page is called what? The prepping team.
Preparedness team.
The prepping team or the prep team, right? The prepping team. So go on YouTube and check this page out. They got a lot of vital information about how to prep in these last days. Some stuff that we need to take heed to, all right?
And I tell you, too, as you get to that next timestamp, y'all got to understand, like we said, our black people prepared, right? We chose a couple of these specifically for the reason of things that you're really not going to think about. Some of y'all black folks, so-called, might think about food, this and that, but a bug-out bag is just what it is. People are going to bug out, just like we were reading in the scriptures, how you are, you know what I'm saying? People going to be going against one another, you see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to get out quick, and these are essentials that you need inside of those things, water and stuff like that, and how you need to preserve it. So we're trying to help our people out so they understand that this is a reality, and it's stuff that we got to take heed to.
Hey, read Isaiah 3:1 real quick. So just to show y'all that the spirit didn't move the captain to make the video, to start a whole YouTube channel with other captains, other officers, even sisters, you know what I'm saying, that's equipped with certain information and put it out there for the nation. You understand? The spirit didn't move them to do that for no reason. These scriptures will come to pass in our generation. We read these things as if it was only Bible time. And no, everything is spiritual.
Right.
So if spiritually the earth is corrupt, the Lord will start to shut certain things off, cut certain things short. He is in control of the earth at the end of the day.
Right.
A lot of people don't understand that. This is not, man didn't make the earth.
Right.
You understand? But read what you got. Isaiah 3:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the state and the staff.
Right, the state and the staff. So what our people depend on, the Lord said that he would take that away. Where is Judah in the last days? The United States of America,
Exactly.
Babylon the Great.
Right.
God said he would take away from them the state and the staff. Don't they got something to do with wheat about the staff?
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
The whole state of bread.
The whole state of bread. Like they was going into with the Russia and Ukraine, how that's affecting the wheat. But our people don't understand. We think bread, we think Wonder Bread.
We think it's
Like,
already
that's
made.
talking about pasta. You understand?
All kind of stuff, right.
That's talking about a lot of things. Read on.
And the whole state of water.
The whole state of what?
Of water.
Like I said, the Spirit ain't moved these men to do this for no reason. We're going to have to learn how to burrow water. We're going to have to learn. We're going to have to get in a mindset of preserving water. And this how you know we not moving with fear. Every time I come into school, I see at least 18 bottles, half full bottles of water just laying around. We not in a mindset of preserving water. We be wasting water. We be running through cases of water like it ain't nothing. I did a class years ago, showed a clip on how you supposed to burrow water and this and this and that. I'm still going to the store buying cases of water every other damn day. Like, babe, bro, what? This and that and that. Man, all right, when it gets to that point when you can't go to the damn store no more, you understand? That's what I said. We gotta wait till we put in these situations to move with fear. No. We need to start taking heed, man. We need to start getting these containers that's able to, like you said, with the twist top. So when you run out of water, you can actually refill it. You can reuse it.
Right.
You understand? I'm telling you, the Lord said he going to take away your state of water. The way that you depend on getting water, the Lord going to take that away. We got to get in the right mindset, man, for real.
Hey, that's on point there. Go ahead and play this.
The life straw, which you can place it directly into water, preferably running water, a creek, a river, preferably. Still water has a little more variations of bacteria than
quick. I want to make mention of something. It was stated in one of the videos with the prepping team. Is you can't be cheap when you're trying to get these products. Because if you buy cheap, you're going to get cheap. It is what it is. You can spend $200, $300 a week on Jordans. You can buy this straw, 2 or 3 of those, and store it up so you can have good, clean water if you run out. You can go to a running stream like he mentioned and get your good source of water. But Negroes, you better take heed to this, all right? Let's go.
Running water, like a creek or a river, but the life straw can potentially save your life in need of water, right? When on the go. And it's even good filtration if the water, the cleanliness of water in your homes decline at some point due to electricity being out. If electricity goes out globally or regionally, that also means water filtration plants. It means that as well. Water filtration plants will not be able to operate. So the sanctity of water, the cleanliness of water is going to change. So you might need to use this in your house at some point. So a life straw is great to have. Also, here's another product. I have one in my other go bag. This one I haven't opened yet. And let's see if I can open it on camera and not look like a weakling, right? All right, let's open this up. Because I actually prefer something along these lines than the life straw. And I'll tell you why. This is just my suggestion. Now, this is the Katadyn BP-free water filtration system. Water filtration system, right? You can see that. And as you can see, it rolls up into a very small package that you can just stuff into your bag. The filtration system is here at the very top portion. So what you would do is you'd be able to go to a water source, gather water into this water bottle, place the filter back in, seal it, pop the top, and you'll be able to drink your water, right? You have to break the seal first. But you break the seal, pop the top, which I don't want to break the seal yet, but you pop the top, break the seal, and you're able to drink your water. Now, I recommend anything with filtration like this. If it's in your home, you might want to keep it in a sealed Mylar bag because that prevents or I should say slows the process of filtration breakdown, right? That's why I keep some things still in their original packaging, things of that nature, because that helps. It helps with keeping that filter for a longer period of time. So again, this video comes in, was brought about to help stir up our minds as far as what will we do in the time when we need water. You can find natural springs near you, many websites that show you where the natural springs are to kind of map your route if you ever had to go. And again, it's only but so much water you can carry on your person because it gets very heavy. And you should have what you carry as well as a means of getting water once out on the go. Once your water supply runs out, what are you going to do about water then? So just some things to keep in mind as you prep. And again, this is a video from the prepping team where we can help you prepare for that end time and to get our minds focused on preparing to help one another. So therefore, we love to hear from you. We love to hear your feedback. We love.
Go to the next one. So that's dealing with water right there.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, man, I'm telling you, Ozarka, Great Value, the Sunny, Aquafina, hell, Essential. Damn, I love me some Essential. Guess what? Guess what? We gonna be just like SpongeBob. Water! Sandy, water! You would have never thunk it. For real. You would have never thunk it. Go to the next one. What's the next one?
Hey, this one is about fishing as far as, because a lot of our people don't know how to actually get their own food. It's, everybody ain't got no rifle to go shoot a deer down. Mm-hmm. But you can get a $5, $10 fishing pole, cast the pole out, and catch a fish. Like I mentioned in the past time, I had a bamboo stick and a string with a hook on it. I caught 2 fish. First time ever catching fish, and I caught 2. So it's easy. You just got to be patient. And like you said, Negroes want it quick. You got to be patient, and you got to just do it yourself. All right?
Hey, this heavy because this a part of us going back to our roots. You know what I'm saying? The disciples, they was fishers for a living. They weren't, we recreationally
right.
fish. You know what I'm saying? We do it every once in a while.
This is fun.
They did that for a living. They caught fish for a living to feed their family. You understand? So we gotta get back to these type of, gotta get back to our roots, man. For real.
Let's go ahead, sir.
And a tackle box to get you a fish when times get hard. Right. You're not gonna be able to go to the supermarket and get fish. We're gonna prepare you and show you everything that you're gonna need to be able to get you a fish, right? With in this episode, we're talking about freshwater, like you see behind me, a small pond, lake, or streams, things like that, right? So we're talking about freshwater. We'll cover salt water in another episode, and then everything you see here, we're gonna have videos that go in depth and show you exactly how to use it. But this video is to show you what to do or what to get to put in your tackle box to be ready to go out there, fish, provide dinner for your family. Go ahead.
All right, so we have each category set up. We have everything set up in different kind of categories. So like you mentioned, just fresh water. And we're gonna go with brim, which are your smaller fish, about the size of your hand, all the way up into largemouth bass. In between there, you have different type of bass like crappie. Those bass, we also have a couple rigs that we're gonna show you as well. So starting with brim, anything that's small, you're gonna wanna use smaller hooks. So the rule of thumb is a smaller fish, obviously a smaller hook. Whatever fits in a fish mouth, it will eat. So these smaller hooks right here, you can get all this that you see here, you can get at Walmart. So these, you can get an assortment of small hooks like so. All you do is just twist it. It'll go from larger to smaller. Now, with those hooks, some type of fishing line, nothing real thick. Everybody always thinks, you know, I want the heavier line, the thicker line. In this case, freshwater, you're not catching monster fish the size of the table, the size of one of us. So anything 15 pounds or less, preferably if you can only get one. And mostly what we're gonna cover today is bare minimum, right? This is not the very expensive stuff, nor the very cheapest stuff. So 100% fluorocarbon line, full fluorocarbon line does become invisible as it touches and goes into the water. So that's very important. You don't want the fish to see that it's a trap. You want the fish just to see the actual food. Right. So fluorocarbon line is very important to match it up with that those hooks.
All right, and of course, with that, you're gonna need weights to be able to throw the bait, live worm in this instance. You're gonna need weight, and these are called split shots. You just send them down to the line. You got weight. You're able to throw it and suspend the bait in the right water column or the right water depth for your fish. And also on top of that, you're gonna need some bobbers, a packet of bobbers.
Pause it real quick. So what we see here with the prepping team, they're showing us the essential items that you need to properly fish or to catch fish in the easy way, right? So they got the line to be visible, not so thick. And a lot of times we make mistakes with that when we go on the fish. I know I've tried times. I got a thick line and I'm in the water that's clear as daylight. They see that. They're like, you know, these fish ain't that dumb, you know. They see this thick line here. They're like, hold on, this ain't normal. They not really biting on it. So it's showing you like, hey, it's you got to trick them. You got to get thin line. You got to get smaller ones, not so heavy, where they won't really see it, and you bait them. So these are great pointers right here that's showing in order to catch fish properly. We see this. Let's jump ahead real quick. And they're showing a lot of items here. So we see this. This is another way as far as, let's come back right there, yeah. He's going to get into some more items they're just showing here, all right?
The bottom, whether they have paddles at the bottom, tails like this, or just straight worm like so. You can tell which side is the bottom and which side is the front and the tail. So using the hooks that he showed, which are worm hooks, make sure that they say soft plastic worm hooks on it. And the reason for it is because each one of those hooks, let me see here, each one of these hooks have a kind of like a gooseneck here at the end, and that's what's gonna hold the face or the front of your worm up, so it doesn't, when it hits the water, it doesn't just slide off your hook. So using, let's use one of these here. We'll use this big one here. So I have it already set up on my pole here, and it's very simple. These bullet weights here, they're called bullet weights. They actually look like a little bullet head, right? So you'll slip the bullet weight on your line first, small end first, and that's gonna be suspended freely. Then you're gonna tie your hook, tie your worm hook, right? Now with the face of the actual, let me get some line here, let me get some slack. With the face of the actual, from the face, from the top, you're gonna face it towards the point of the hook, right? So when you do hook it, you're gonna go straight into the hook. Now every one of the hooks obviously is gonna have like a J or like a point where it starts to bend. That face, you're gonna, once you get towards that part where it starts to bend, that's when you pop out the actual worm. So it's gonna look like this.
Hey, that's
you're gonna
smooth,
push it all the way to the end.
I've done that wrong so many times. I never knew that.
Right.
You put it in there where I always sleep the whole thing in, let it.
Right. You talking about feed it through the entire.
through the whole
that's
thing and
exactly
let
how I
it
was
go.
taught. That's exactly how I was
Hey,
taught.
this is why videos like this is important to teach you the proper way to fish.
Hey, get that in Proverbs 25. So we gotta live by every word of God. God tells us, man, when you might think you know something, that's why he say,
right.
Him that thinketh he knoweth anything, he knows nothing. You know what I'm saying? For real. But this is what the Bible say about a wise man.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning.
You see that? So if you got some type of wisdom, you're going to subscribe to the prepping team. It may be some things that you feel like you know how to fish, you know how to do this and do that, but you might have been doing one little thing wrong that you could have caught 20 instead of 10.
Right.
You understand? A wise man going to hear and increase learning. You just ain't going to ignore these informational things that come out like this. You understand? So through wisdom, all right, we ought to be hearing, we ought to be listening to increase our learning. Some of us don't know how to fish at all. Some of us think we knoweth how to.
Right.
When we knoweth not. All right? So hear and increase learning. But real quick, because we finna go to the next thing. Now, the next thing is dealing with preserving food. This particular food, Negroes love.
love.
All right? So when they run out of this, and we saw how they was doing it over the damn Popeye sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Murder.
So, when Negroes run out of this, hey, I'm telling you, a lot of niggas gonna die. A lot of niggas gonna kill a lot of niggas. I'm sorry to talk like that, but it is what it is. So if you don't want to be faced with the trauma of being without chicken, then you need to take heed to this video. But more so, get Ezekiel real quick, chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16. Let's go what we read earlier. And just like we hit on preserving water, now we finna hit on preserving food. God tells us this is going to happen. Read what you got.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff and the bread of bread in Jerusalem.
That's what he said in Isaiah 3. Same thing. Read.
And they shall eat bread by weight.
They shall eat bread by what?
By weight.
What does that mean? That means they're going to portion out their bread by certain amounts. Why? Because you're not going to have it in abundance. You understand? Right. You're going to be, you want how many grams of bread? For real, it ain't going to be no more. You just go in the pantry and just, no.
Right.
We going to portion out the bread by weight in our respective households, in our community. You understand? Right. Read on.
And with care.
And with what?
And with care.
You gonna care. Mm-hmm. How you gonna be like everybody hates Chris daddy. You gonna be like Julius. You understand? You gonna care about every crumb. You understand?
Right.
You gonna care now. Some of y'all be leaving leftovers in the fridge. I'm guilty. Just leaving leftovers in the refrigerator until they time to throw it out. No, it's gonna come a day. You gonna care. You gonna finally care. Everything you bring in your house gonna have to be portioned out. For real. That's what God said. Read on.
And they shall drink water by measure.
They shall do what?
Drink water by measure.
Ain't no more 10, 11, 12 water bottles half full laying around the school. You understand?
One person.
3, 4 water bottles just chilling on the nightstand. Some of them barely got some of them 3/4 No! You gonna drink water by measure. Look, you finna get 2 ounces of water. That's it.
The whole family sharing one bottle.
Yeah.
Today we gonna drink this one bottle.
You get 2 sips at 2 o'clock, 3 sips at 5.
Right.
You understand?
And then go to sleep.
This is real. God said this is what it's gonna come to. Read on.
And with astonishment.
And with astonishment. Why? Because you went from running through cases of water in a couple of days to surviving on a bottle of water for a couple of days. You understand? For real, you're going to have to weigh up your food on a damn scale, the same scale you used to weigh up. You know what? You have to weigh up your bread and portion it out to your household to survive. All right, so we got to get in that mindset of preserving food, properly portioning it out instead of eating all these damn 10 pieces and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you're going to have to portion your food out. All right, play the video.
Like being self-reliant and prepared for anything, or you're a prepper getting stocked up for whatever's next. It could come from food shortages, supply chain issues, just world disruption. I can tell you this, you do not want to have the emergency of running out of food. You might be one of those people that go out and find an amazing deal on meat, being able to purchase it at a lower price, bringing it home, and being able to preserve it shelf stable, room temperature, long term is priceless. Especially when you see how easy this is. Whether you're prepping or not, my recommendation is to buy chicken now. Buy it, get it home, pressure can it so that you can store it without refrigeration. What we're doing today is pressure canning raw packed chicken. It's extremely easy. Welcome back to all the subs, especially you guys that have canned probably a lot longer than me.
Officer, if you didn't bring this video forward, we would never know you could do that. Pressure raw food. We know when we open a can of something, it's cooked. We can eat it straight out of it. Like the fish, all of it. We know all of it. But we talking about raw chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, I was gonna say too, since you brought that up, and it's back on a previous video, but what did he say his name was? It Shemaiah, the gentleman in the video? The thing is, he said something like, when electricity go out, right? We don't think about the water filtration plants. I ain't think about that. I know the average Negro not thinking about that. So you thinking, well, the lights up, but I can still get the water out the sink. Can you?
It don't even turn.
The water coming out the sink not gonna be the same.
Water came from
You know that like to make ice, they depend on the filtration, and I worked at an ice place.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of machinery, a lot of filtration instruments, and all of that.
Yeah.
You understand? If electricity go out, no ice. Think about how important ice is.
Brown ice.
To cool and chill things
Yes.
and all of that, to keep it at a certain temperature. You got to think, no electricity, that's no refrigeration.
No.
Yep.
You understand? You can't, you got to keep stuff at certain temperatures to
Right.
preserve it. Without that, I'm telling you, electricity, that thing is very, very important. It matters.
Sheesh. Let's play it, sir.
I appreciate all your comments. If you're brand new here and you like weekly tips, educational tips, be sure to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date. Let's jump into this. Okay, so we've got other canning videos that we've done in the past. I might be able to give you extra tips in those ones that I forget to put in these ones. And if I miss anything out there, there's a lot of canning experts that watch us and we'll probably put a comment in the comments. Let's start by going through some of the things that we'll need today. We will be using our All-American pressure canner. It is a model number 921. We will leave a link in the description below. If you're just getting into canning and need to pick up a pressure canner, highly recommended. We're gonna need hot water, division trays. We'll be cooking on a gas stove. If that's different than what you guys are using, be sure to check your owner's manual on your particular pressure canner to make sure it's compatible. We'll be using pint-sized jars today, jar grabber, funnels, and the little spatula measuring stick. We'll also be using chicken thighs. I have cut these chicken thighs up into about 4 to 5 pieces per thigh. Also, we'll be using some mixed up seasoning, homemade seasoning for chicken. This homemade seasoning is super good. We use it in almost every single chicken recipe that we use. So adding it now is a no-brainer for us. You don't have to use any seasoning at all. But if you'd like to, we'll add this seasoning recipe down in the description below for you. It is absolutely good. Now remember, pressure canning meat is a preferred method for canning meat. But if one day you're ever in an emergency where you lose power and you're about ready to lose all the meat in your freezers and you need to do something quickly, I've got a video right here that shows you how to can meat without a pressure cooker. This method's been used for many, many years and still used today. But like I said, the preferred method is the pressure canner. Buy chicken now is my recommendation. It might be a food shortage, it might be a chicken shortage. Bird flu could kick up and you could see chicken just not available anymore. So buying it now and stocking it up, putting it in the pantry for long-term storage could be a good move. Another thing I can recommend is picking up a bunch of jars right now. It's been really hit and miss. Sometimes we find them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we gotta go to 2 or 3 places before we find some. Then sometimes we find some and they're not the ones we're looking for. Like in this case, we wanted pint-sized jars with the wide mouth, but this is all we could find, but we're still gonna can. Always inspect the rim for dents. You don't want any dents because those dents could hinder the seal. Okay, so we've cut up all the chicken thighs. Pint-sized jars are gonna take around a pound of chicken. You chop it up a little bit, you can fit it down in there with less air bubbles a lot more easily. Start with clean hands. Okay, so with our seasoning, we're gonna start with 2 teaspoons per jar.
Hi, my
Wow.
name is Adam.
You got
Yeah, so, all right, so you can watch the video on your own time. How to pressure can chicken. Like the scriptures say, man, we gonna be eating our bread by weight. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn this stuff, man. This stuff is important. But hey, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. IUIC Little Rock, IUIC Arkansas. All right, y'all can call in, man. Look, 833-878-7234, extension 7. We are live right now.
Yes, we are.
Call in. Let's talk about it, man. Ain't no, your pastor, especially not Reverend Jamal Wesley at 8th Street Missionary Baptist Church.
Dang. He ain't doing it.
He ain't telling you, you know what I'm saying, how to prepare.
Jamal Wesley?
Yeah.
I've been in that church before back in the day. I know his bald head, hooping, coaching the team head ass. I know that guy.
Yeah. You know Cleo Miller from Greater
He wouldn't come out. Hey, that's Agnew pastor.
For real?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. His ass ain't showing you this stuff.
That's
how to
funny.
prepare for the famine, how to preserve food, because the Bible say you're going to have to divide it out by weight. You understand?
But he take tithes though.
Yeah, definitely.
But it ain't food.
Definitely. Nah, they got 2 buildings right across the street from each other. You understand? But yeah, he ain't teach you this. So let's call in. Let's talk about it, man. I know y'all got questions. You understand? I know some people may have more information to share for the people, man.
right.
Call in 833-878-7234, extension 7. All right. Also, we got Raven and Wolves coming up today. What else? The Lions Den, right? So hey, the Wisdom cried out, right, with Bishop Kanai. Well, damn, now we got the Feast of First Fruits.
Wait, we in the feast right now.
So yeah, we feasting. So look, hey, yeah, all of that. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man, and all praise to the Most High.
I wanted to say
y'all got it. Go ahead.
I wanted to say one thing. You mentioned something. We read the scripture about the measuring out stuff. When the pandemic hit, right, we was measuring out toilet paper. They can only get 3 packs of toilet paper and 2 cases of water. Then, right? But it's gonna be worse when you can't. You gotta have little pieces, you know, like you said, the little pieces of bread, this and that you gotta measure out to preserve for the, you know, for days and weeks. rather than, you know, every trip to the store a week.
Right.
Every other week.
They saying coming up real soon, the stores are about to start limiting these purchases. Like this
They
year.
doing it.
Oh, you coming to buy bread, you can only get 2 loaves of bread. They measuring it and weighing it for you.
So like
That's prophecy, man.
right, like we were saying about the WIC and stuff. And then that food stamp, they about to cut that thing. Y'all think we playing, but you could get too much with that. You getting 3 bottles or gallons of milk. Ain't no way that's about to happen no more. They about to cut that thing.
You can have food stamps, but stores ain't gonna be taking it. So you're just gonna have a
Right.
card. That's worth
Bring your money.
Hey, real quick, get Sirach 29. Sirach the 29th chapter about the storehouses.
Bring it out.
Yeah.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 29 and verse 11. Lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Verse 12. Shut up alms in thy storehouses, and it shall deliver thee from all affliction.
So the affliction of not being able to go to the store, limited purchases, right? All of these things is finna afflict the whole earth.
Right.
And people, the affliction is going, real quick, watch this. Get Exodus chapter 9. We hold this, we're going to come back to that. But go to Exodus chapter 9. This is something that God does. When we all know the story about the 10 plagues, but, you know, we look at it like, damn, you know, the bugs, the frogs, and the diseases, we look at that like,
y'all all right? Check.
Test.
we look at that like there was, you know, things on the outer. But God said that these things will affect your mental. All right, Exodus chapter 9 and read verse 14.
The book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 14. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart.
All my plagues upon thy what?
Thine heart.
So the plagues that he's talking about, that he going into, about the cattle dying and the, you know what I'm saying, the newborns and all of that.
Right.
These plagues will affect your mind. That was the true target of God sending them plagues upon the land of Egypt. Right? It was to destroy their land on surface level. But these things were to affect their mind. Like, don't play with God. You understand? God is the true power in the earth. You think you God, you better humble yourself. You understand? But the point is that when these things start to roll out in the earth, these famines and the stuff with these stores, portioning out, limiting your purchases or whatever, it's going to affect the minds of the people. And a lot of people going to lose their mind. It's the violence, the crime rate, it's already bad now. But the higher gas prices get, the more that these grocery stores get shorter and shorter on foods and supplies.
Right.
I'm telling you, robbery, theft, armed robbery, aggravated robbery, it's going to be a whole lot of that. Because people going to lose their damn mind. All right? So go back to Sirach 29, verse 12.
The book of Sirach, chapter 29 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Shut up alms in thy storehouses, and it shall deliver thee from all affliction.
It's going to deliver you from the affliction of not only, you know, being short of this and that and being, you know, having a lack of bread, but also the stress that comes with that, the stress that it puts on your mind, your heart. A lot of people lose faith in situations like that.
Exactly.
A lot of people can't handle that mentally. They not mentally built to go without food and not know how to get it or it being taken from them. You understand? So God said when you shut up alms in your storehouses, you store these things, you preserve these things and lay it up for you in the future, it'll prevent you from these afflictions that the rest of the world will have to endure. Read.
Verse 13. It shall fight for thee against thine enemies, better than a mighty shield and a strong spear.
Right. So we got some people, they stocking up on guns and bullets, and that's fine, I guess. But what you need to be stocking up on, these cans, these jars, these products, you know what I'm saying, these foods, storing gardens, all of this stuff. You need to be really preparing, because I'm telling you, when you hungry, when you thirsty, and it's no way to get it, it ain't no check coming to be able to, you know what I'm telling you, you will lose your damn mind. these plagues will affect the hearts of each and every last one of us. But if you store it up, if you prepare it, you're going to have that protection. All right?
That means your mind is gone when you start eating your kids.
Exactly.
You're going to lose your mind. It is what it is. You're going to start eating your kids.
Yes.
And it's happened before. Sheesh.
Yep.
Hey, somebody posted a good tip in the comments. It says that if you purchase wheat berries, you will need a mill and a grinder to make it into flour, and from then you can put it in your Mylar bags with oxygen and moisture, and you'll be able to turn those things into bread. Because like we know with the Ukraine and what they say, we only got 10 weeks worth of wheat left for the rest of the world, period. People are going to have to make bread from scratch. So that's just a good tip I seen from Keeney Coda. All praise.
Right. So, hey, let's go to Mark. Go back to Mark real quick, 13. Let's start at 5, and then we're going to jump. I just want to put a thought out there. Let me see something real quick. Read that. 5.
The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 5. And Jesus answering them began to say, take heed, lest any man deceive you.
Right. So what we have in the world today is people trying to deceive us, not trying to show us everything that's going on in the world. They're trying to block your mind from hearing or seeing the truth. But we here today, the prophets, we're going to show you. We're bringing it forth. Right? So take heed. Share these things. Don't let no man deceive you. Share this. Share. This is good news that you can save yourself from the famine to come if you come back to the word of God. Follow the things that's written. All right? Jump down to verse 33.
Verse 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray.
Watch and pray. Right? And one of the things you can watch is Let's Talk Truth. Because we going to bring the truth out at the end of the day. And what else you can watch? The prepping team. They're going to show you the things that you can to prep your way through the famine to come. All right? We can see these things. It says watch and pray. Come on.
For ye know not when the time is.
Because when this destruction come, when people's minds go crazy and they start eating, it's going to be too late. So you must watch and pray, all right? That's all I got. I'm going to put some up.
Yeah, hey, speaking of watchmen, go to Ezekiel 33.
Right.
Ezekiel the 33rd chapter dealing with watchmen. This the thing, right? We don't have to do this. Now, you know, we talk about a lot of different topics and we get on our people. And no matter what, somebody going to try to find fault, try to make it seem like we need to be talking about something else. But
don't worry about me.
It's these type of shows that we do right here. Like, come on, shut the hell up and just listen. Like, you need this.
Exactly.
You need this information. You understand? And it's the warning. And the thing is, you might be enjoying it. It might sound good to you in the comments. You like, yes, y'all, and all of that. But if it's just a lovely song, you understand, then it ain't going, it ain't going to hold no weight.
Right.
You heard it, you knew better, but you ain't do better. So we really got to take heed to these things, man. Ezekiel 33, let's start at verse 7.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me.
So we are the watchmen. We read the scriptures, we understand prophecy, and we take it and we deliver it to y'all, right? We give y'all a warning from the Lord. The Lord said, I'm gonna take away the staff, the whole stay of bread, the whole stay of water. You got to drink your water by measure. You got to eat your bread by weight. You understand that? It's our job to let y'all know that. And y'all got to take heed, or these things going to take hold of you and you're going to fall victim.
Right.
Watch this, verse 10.
Verse 10. Therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus ye speak, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how should we then live?
Right. So y'all might be asking, like, damn, if it's inevitable that we gonna have to go through these famines and all this chaos and you know what I'm saying,
Right.
food shortages and violence and things of that nature. What we supposed to do, right? That's what y'all saying, right?
Right.
Read on.
Verse 11.
Come on.
Say unto them, as I live, saith the Lord God.
And this is our response. Read.
I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked.
God don't want you to die. God don't want you to starve to death and eat your baby. You understand? That's why he's sent the watchman to warn you.
That's right.
That's the purpose of Let's Talk Truth.
Right.
Yeah, we might say something that offends you or convict you because it's true and you need to fix it, but we love you.
Right.
We don't have to do this. We don't have to warn you of these things that's brewing right up under your damn nose. Why you worry about being seen on social media and at the club?
Right.
You understand? We don't have to do this. God is not pleased in y'all dying, but if y'all don't take heed to the warning, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Read. I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked,
but
that the wicked turn from his way and live.
Read.
Turn ye from your evil ways. For why will ye die, O house of Israel?
God don't want you to die, but if you decide it's not that important, I don't need to prepare, I don't need to listen to them young black dudes that think they know. All right, cool. You want to die. You want to die. Let me clear something up too.
death.
Because we know that we all die. You understand? We all, God said, fear not the sentence of death. We all gonna face death. But when we say if you don't do this or do that, according to the Bible, you gonna die, we not talking about regular resting in a coffin. That ain't what we talking about. It's gonna be a death. Get that real quick, Revelation 21, verse 8. It's gonna be a death that occurs. If you didn't get your life right with God before the death that you're not scared of, it's gonna be another death that take place. You understand? If you don't get your mind right with the Lord before you die in this land or before he come back, understand you're gonna have to face this death. Read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 8.
Read.
But the fearful and unbelieving.
And the what?
The fearful and unbelieving.
The fearful and unbelieving. You didn't believe when the Bible said, I'm going to send famines, I'm going to send this, I'm going to send that. You understand? So it would behoove you to be in all manner of holy conversation and godliness, like it says in 2 Peter, right? But you didn't believe that. You didn't believe the watchman. Come on.
And the abominable,
Read.
and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone.
Watch this.
Which is the second death.
The what?
The second death.
The second death. So I had to clear that up. You know what I'm saying? Because a brother told me, he said, you know who you is, shout out to you. You know, this is our brother. He said, I believe 99% of everything y'all say. I just don't like how y'all be saying, you know, if you don't do this or that, you're going to die. Everybody going to die. Yeah, everybody going to die, but everybody not going to experience this second death.
Right.
You understand? If you don't get your life right now, God going to raise you up after you done died already. He going to raise you up and judge you and say, okay, you a liar, you a murderer, you an unbeliever, you was fearful, you was this, you was that. All right, swim.
Damn.
Go swim in the lake of fire. That is the second death.
Hot girl
That's
summer.
the death that we warning our people about. You understand? Because we all going to die. I could die. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, next week, I could die. I ain't studying that. I fear him that's able to destroy my soul and body in hell in the second death. You understand? That is very, very real.
That's right.
So that's the death that we warn our people. When we say repent or die, that's the death we telling you. You repent or you going to face that second death, that lake that burn with fire and brimstone.
Damn.
I just had to clear that up.
Hey, all praise to the Most High. Hey, so that's it, y'all.
That's it.
All praise to the Most High. glad you tuned in.
Right.
Like he said, y'all share this thing. Like. Share this thing. Get this information out because we're on the last days. The famine is coming. And we want our black people to understand what's going on. All right. So don't neglect it. Right. Hey, pull up that ad real quick, and so help support, man. Help support this truth so we continue to get this information out to reach all our people everywhere. All right. Pull the ad up with the as far as supporting. Right. So we got boosted. Go ahead and read that for me.
Be a part of something great and donate to the Booster Club, all right? It's IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org so we can continue to push this truth to the four corners of the earth.
All praise to the Most High.
Also, don't neglect IUIC Arkansas if you want to see us keep doing what we do, all right? We're going to bring out this truth. To give alms online, make sure you donate to IUIC Arkansas. That's the IUIC.littlerock.ar at IsraelUnite.org.
Hey, and tell your pastor, if he feel like we lying or we what we say ain't true, or the stuff we call him out on, they really do that, man, tell him, look, he can come on the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can pull up.
Matter of fact, we gonna pull up to you on a
Yeah,
Sunday.
we gonna pull up to you.
Just come outside. Just come outside.
Come outside, man. Come outside. Catch me outside.
Right.
You hear me? Catch me outside. But nah, look, that's how we get down. Now we'll come to you, you come to us, however you want to do it. You can get it how you want it. I'm telling you, however you want it.
We gonna talk truth.
However you need it. But nah, on the real though, for real. Hey, listen. Put your pastor to the test, man. You listening, you hearing this stuff, and you know it ain't being brought out in your churches. And you know, just hearing it, you know it should be. You know they should be preparing the souls of the flock.
Exactly.
For these times that's ahead of us. That's what it's. We was reading the scriptures, but then was actual men that was sent out to the people of God to get them warning.
Right.
That was Isaiah speaking to the people. The Lord gonna break the staff of bread to stay of water. Right. You understand? Ezekiel was telling the people, y'all gonna have to drink y'all water by measure, to eat bread by weight.
Right.
You understand? That was literal prophets of God warning the people. And guess what? They rejected them too. They ain't listening to them either. They wanted to put hands on them too. You understand? So we know who the real prophets is.
That's right.
But you got to put your so-called pastor, your so-called prophet to the test.
Right.
All right? Tell them, hey, look, Let's Talk Truth Radio, the real underground radio. We here every Sunday, 12 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Even
That's right.
we go past 2 p.m., you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of the times, too.
Right.
All right?
You the truth.
So don't forget 833-878-7234 extension 7, man. Put your pastor to the test.
Right.
That's right.
All right.
All
So with
praises.
that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
Wanna rat on me, but that won't rat on me. I got the heart for the mission to carry me. You not the first or the worst one to challenge me. If it's smoke that you want, then you got it. Whatever you wanna do, then we bout it. This purple and gold on my back is a problem. If this was a riddle, I bet you can solve it. If you want soldiers, you know I got to know. If we rollin', you know I got to go. What's the mission? It ain't impossible. Watching bishops overcome obstacles. This ain't no obstacle with illusions. I got faith cause I seen the future. I read the scripture so I can prove it. You cannot stop this. This is a movement. What do you mean? How? Royalty in my jeans now. Putting in work cause I found my purpose. The word is all I dream now. Yeah, so how you gon' see if you don't go? And tell me how you gon' believe if you don't know? I can see you been to see cause you don't grow, but you won't vote. So
so